Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, we get into the best remaining free agent fits, and we continue to give our off-season grades. This week, we tackle the AFC East that got a little bit of an injection in life with Mike Vrabel and some other guys jumping into that division. And then, obviously, the NFC East that produced the Super Bowl champion last year. Have Gilbert's Cowboys done enough? Have the Commanders done enough? What about the Giants? They have 4 quarterbacks in their room. Have they done enough? So we'll get into all that. Plus, we get into the best division move made in both the AFC and NFC East. And also, time permitting, we will have our Bear of the Week. And maybe I'll ask the guys who they think is going to be pulling down the briefcase for Money in the Bank and get their predictions. But all right, Gilberto, don't you have an engagement question for our viewers and or listeners?
Yes, I do, Fernando. I'm here from the Summer Lake House. You know me, that's how I go. I'm a baller. I roll in style. But no, I did move this weekend, so I look a little darker. I got the terrible tan line again. Jesus. But yes, I do have an engagement question of the week. Maybe one day I'll tan outside without a shirt. How about that site there? But the engagement question is best remaining free agent fit for your NFL team. If that's the Chargers, or that's the Rams, or if that's the Raiders, or if that's the 49ers, or my Cowboys, my Cardinals, my Texans, my Bears, my Lions. No, that's Dan's team, the Lions. Let me know the best remaining free agent. It's kind of the bottom of the barrel, should I say? That's kind of offensive. I don't know, Fernando. It's like calling a tomato can for a boxer. I'm going on a rant, but let me know. There's Keenan Allen. He's not a bottom of the barrel guy. Sorry about that. There is Dante Samuel Jr., another Charger. J.K. Dobbins, Jadeveon Clowney, Cedarius Smith, Mike Hilton, Rasul Douglas. I'm trying to remember. Aaron Rodgers, technically. Did I say Cedarius Smith? I can't remember. Whatever. There's a bunch of players out there. So there's somebody for your team that you want on your roster, on your squad. Let me know in the comments.
That'll definitely be an interesting segment because I'm sure Dan is actually, you and Dan are going to agree for once, because I saw the one that you had a Dan's team, so I was like, oh, they're going to agree.
Brandon Scherf is another one. So
yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
Amari Cooper is another one. There you
go. All right, let's go with the intro.
Compas on the beat. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. So we're Compas.
Yeah, we are.
There you go. Hey.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Dago is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7-rounder. So
freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
Fernando, is this for me or for you? You look like a frijol. That me or you? Oh, because I'm the darker one? That's racist. But yeah, I get it. I know. The time.
And thank you for the 4 minutes. We're gonna have the R word thrown in there. That's funny.
But yeah, so Uber Goober Jack off to a hot start. But Fernando, it's not about me. I will be so mad at myself if I didn't do this to start the show. Happy birthday, Fernando. There you go. Happy birthday, sir. How you doing? Appreciate I don't know. Were you 21, 24? I forget your age, but hopefully you had a good birthday this weekend, sir.
No, it was good. Dan and my family took me to Catalina as a surprise, so we went out there for
Island?
Catalina Island. I'd never been out there before.
Yeah, how was that?
It was snowing.
Oh,
it was snowing in Catalina.
Stefon Diggs or the other kind of stuff?
Was it snowing out there? Oh my God! I was like, "Yo,
I'm getting the sense." Not Stefon Diggs.
You know what's funny? We're getting off the boat or whatever, and a chick, her like,
Stefon Diggs now. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Stefon Diggs. Her hat goes flying off, and I go pick it up. And I was like, "Oh, hey, here you go." She's like, "Oh, do you want to wear it?" I was like, "Oh, no, thanks. It looks better on you." So I started chatting her up a little bit. My mom later goes, "Don't do that." She's like, she was trying to take you away. Don't let her do that. They have evil powers. I was like, yeah, they do. I was like, they definitely do. So no, but it was a
that
good
boat, man. Come on.
I know. So Stefon Diggs and I were both involved in different activities on boats. But it was definitely a fun time.
Catalina Island mixer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was there. That's why there was snow in there, because it was a Catalina wine mixer. So a bunch of people there. It was pretty packed. I didn't know how many people went. Like the boat was packed, everything was packed. I was like, oh wow, okay. So a lot of people there. We had some good fish and chips. We rented that golf cart, so we drove around the island. That was pretty fun. So I had never done that, so that was a lot of fun. So I definitely enjoyed that. And obviously, like I said, we had little Daniel with us also, so you can only imagine how Daniel and little Daniel were when we were out there. So definitely a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I appreciate everybody who reached out and wish me happy birthday, especially Signor Vive Moi. Bon anniversaire, Signor Vive Moi. Bon anniversaire. That's what we're supposed to do.
Didn't like a starter team win from France or PSG or PS2?
Oh yeah, PSG. Congratulations to PSG for winning the Champions League. Gilbert, I'm impressed. Last year you were like, hey, Real Madrid won it, and this year PSG. You're starting to become a soccer
whenever fan. Bleacher Report cares about soccer, they'll do like an Instagram post, and I see it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, lock it in the brain. I'll mention it to show off.
They blew out Inter Milan 5-0. So hey, and I want you to know, you would be proud of me. I didn't even watch the game. I was out and about enjoying.
There was no Real Madrid, so I figured, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, it doesn't matter. I still had fun. So
I just picture Fernando, little Daniel. He's one of those guys that likes to hang out on the edge of the boat, and then your brother being like, "What are you doing, dumbass? You're gonna fall off. I'm not gonna rescue your ass."
No, Daniel would like grab him and throw him off the boat.
Okay, so he would do him a favor. Okay,
that's more of the angle. Yeah, Senor Vive Moi, he's right. Yeah, there was multiple people that died out in the celebrations. So hopefully everybody's okay. Wow. We actually have. I would call them family members because they are like family to us. They were out there during the like they didn't even leave their hotel room. They're like, it's getting crazy out here. So I completely understand that. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the well wishes, everybody that messaged me and reached out. Awesome. How was your move, by the way?
Obviously chaotic, but I'll say this, Fernando, this is like the 3rd year in a row I've moved.
No,
I've gone from city to city in different area codes. I'm not going on boats like you, Fernando. But it's always June 1st. It's always like in the middle or the beginning of the summer. And it's funny because in LA it's been pretty cloudy and cold, but the weekend I gotta move, it gets hot out of nowhere. So I got a little more color, but maybe to you, this is the usual brown color that I have. But
I mean,
hold on, the tan line. It's pretty bad here, and this is a shirt that I wore today with the buttons. I'm done for doing that today, but yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but I think each year I think we're moving on up. Look at that little curtain in the back, but that house behind me is the dream. Eventually, in a few years, I'll move there.
Lisa, appreciate it, man. Thank you, Gilbert. Obviously, OTAs are here and everything, and then next week, obviously, mini camp. So what do you think is the best part and the worst part about OTAs? I'll start off with my worst. Everybody's freaking good right now.
Yeah.
He's elite. Shedeur Sanders is throwing dimes out there in Cleveland.
Oh, so they switched the narrative now. Now he's good, not terrible.
Yeah, that's what I've been noticing. JJ McCarthy is doing really well out there in Minnesota. So that's the one thing I've always hated is that, like, even when I asked Derwin yesterday, I'm like, oh, who stood out to you? It's like, man, we're in shorts. Like, honestly, like, but he's like, but once we get in pads, come back and ask me that question, and I'll tell you. He told me that so that's the only thing I don't like about it. The best, I guess, we're getting closer to football. That would be my best. I mean, that's the best thing I can I can get to. Because I mean, like right now, Rashawn Slater's not there, and people are coming out with, oh well, maybe he's in a contract dispute. Maybe he doesn't want to be. Stop guessing. That's the thing I hate too, the guessing games. So I guess those are like, I guess I have more hates than likes.
Yeah, I usually hate everything about OTAs. Like, I honestly don't even mind like the off season, like what's before phase 1 or phase 2, because you're getting to know some rookies. People are coming back, but then when you get to OTAs, like, yeah, whatever, off season conditioning. But some of these first workouts, you're getting to know the rookies, you're getting to see familiar faces back in the building again. But then by the time like late May rolls around, like who gives a crap? Like there's no competition right now. But Fernando, I'll give you one but. I actually give a crap about the Browns quarterback competition only because I'm a toxico. I like the drama. I want to see what the hell is going on. It would be cool if they eliminate them, like, one guy per month. Like one guy gets cut from the team in June, in July, August, September. You got your starter, right? So I don't remember. You could tell me this. I don't remember the last time 4 guys were legit contenders to win one quarterback job. I don't remember. And then I can't remember the last time a quarterback battle was this, I guess, hyped or publicized. Maybe that's probably an easier one to answer. I can't remember right now. But 4 quarterbacks, I've heard of 3, but 4 is way too many. But also, I'm here for the drama because it is the Browns too.
But do you think that the Giants? Do you think the Giants have a 4 quarterback?
Honestly, it's between
Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson's written in pencil.
Yes, but holding it down for a month and it's dark. Like we know the story. It's gonna be like kind of like with Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor his rookie year. Well, it's gonna be for a couple games, and then the rookie comes in his first round pick. With the Browns, I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do. That's the kind of the beauty of it, right?
So you think Joe Flacco's in pencil?
I honestly thought it was Kenny Pickett. They were freaking, to use some of your terms, blowing up or blowing Kenny Pickett a week ago. Oh, he's leaving. He's leaving the Steelers, and Terry Bradshaw, who's been saying a lot of things, by the way. Oh, Kenny Pickett was ruined by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to bounce back in Cleveland. And then this week, old man Joe Flacco, who doesn't want to be a mentor, is here to take people's souls and jobs away. I'm going to do it again. Comeback player of the year. Who's our guy, Joe Reedy, saying that Joe Flacco is going to get a statue for being comeback player of the year in Cleveland? I don't see him doing that again. 2.0 Flacco off the couch. Honestly, just give it to one of the rookies. I want to see Gabriel and Sanders duke it out because where are you going to go with Flacco and Pickett? Nowhere. So if they do that, Fernando, if one of those 2 guys start, the veterans, they're going to tank for, I don't know, Arch or whoever the hell it is for 2026.
So I guess I've heard from multiple people, like on different shows and stuff, that like the Mannings have a 24 rule that if they don't play 24 games of college football, they don't come out. Arch wouldn't hit that. Yeah, so I think Arch is going to stay. Unless he wins a national championship, then he's going to stay.
Yeah.
And obviously if he plays really well. But I think it's going to be like the kid out of LSU, the kid out of Penn State, those guys, which are all way better quarterbacks.
Thanks for those guys. I just forgot their names.
Exactly. Yeah. I did too. Allen is the guy from Penn State. I know that one.
I forgot. I can't pronounce it.
Newsenmeyer. Something. Yeah.
I think you're close.
Yeah. But I definitely think that it's going to be interesting to see what the Giants are going to do. I think I'm looking more at the Giants than I am the Browns, just because the Browns I know is going to be a mess. But the Giants, for some reason, I still do not believe it's going to be Russell Wilson. For some reason, like,
do you think Winston has a chance, or Dart?
I think Winston does, but I think Dart might have a huge chance to take that job.
Like him.
If he's linking up with Malik Neighbors, that's the thing. They have a really good receiver in Malik Neighbors.
I think Dable really likes him too. Like, and he was very confident when I talked to him at the NFLPA. Like, I just like his swagger and demeanor. I think he has good work ethic too. But
what's his name? Went to the Jets, right? Gabe Davis, or did he go to the Giants?
The wide receiver?
Yeah, or is he not?
I know he just signed, but I totally forgot because I didn't care because it's Gabe Davis. But nobody will remember.
With the Giants,
is he?
Yeah, no.
I think he had a 49ers visit or somebody like that.
He might still be a free agent.
Yeah. Brett has a free agent. Yeah, I thought he had a visit. I'm forgetting which team. I want to say 49ers. But,
49ers. And Giants. Yeah.
And Giants.
Yeah,
okay.
He's still a free agent. Wow, interesting. Because I was gonna say, like, I think he would be a good. I think he would be a good addition for the Giants. Him, Malik Neighbors, some of those guys. I know he's at Josh Allen's wedding, and some people were like, "Oh, maybe they should."
Oh yeah. Hey, when you record over almost 300 yards in one playoff game, you better be invited to the wedding.
I know.
Or 4 TDs, I think it was. Remember that game?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a huge. Brett said that he would. If I was a Charger, I would look at him only 26. Yeah, but you already have.
He's very inconsistent. He's a decent blocker. He's physical, but he disappears a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Last thing real quick. What is the top trade or cut that needs to happen now that it's post June 1st, Gilbert?
Real quick, Uber Goober Jack. Yes, Julian Blackman is another one that's a good free agent. Thank you for that one. I I think I had. What did I have? I think I had a trade.
Hendrickson to the Leones.
Yeah, I am tired of the Bengals, Trey Hendrickson dilemma. You're not going to pay the guy, let him go, do the right thing, I guess, for the player side, I guess, for this one. And what was it again? Henderson too?
Lions.
Oh, Lions. Yes. Detroit Lions, who just lost center Frank Ragnar. That was a brutal hit right there.
That was really surprising.
When I saw his age, I'm like, man, he was only 29, 28. It's like, that's young, all-pro player. It kind of worries me for the Lions now. We'll hear what Dan has to say about that. But if your line is kind of shaky, then go build the other side of the line, the defensive line. Get Trey Hendrickson, and then to help out Aiden Hutchinson and also Liam McNeil, who are coming back from injury. So, Fernando, we know these Super Bowl windows don't last a long time. So, to me, if they don't get it done this year, they might be like 49ers territory where they can't close and capitalize, like the Ravens and the Bills. They still have another year, I feel like, in at least those teams. But go all in. Make the move. I saw a salary cap or cap space to have enough money to pay Trey and do a sign and trade and keep them there in Detroit and go for it, man. I know the O-line might take a hit, man, but go be better on the defensive side.
Jeffrey, he is coming momentarily. We're just finishing up. I'll just give mine.
Nobody wants that.
We'll bring these guys in. Tom, no truth to those rumors from what I was told. Tom, you lived in Catalina. What was that like for 2 years? What was that like? It just seems like so secluded and everything. What was that experience like for you? That's what Dan and all of us were talking about. Like when we're like doing the golf carts, I'm like, I wonder what this was like living here.
And like a weekend, but living there the whole time.
That would be interesting. Mine was Jalen Ramsey to the Rams. I'm over it. I'm tired. Come on, get him going.
Why not?
They need to stop flirting with it. We all know that it's going to happen ultimately. I think right now it's the game of how much are they each team willing to pay. I'm interested to see if the Rams are going to move him to safety or keep him at corner. That's where I'm kind of interested to see.
Help on the outside still, so I think it might be corner.
Yeah, I was a commercial fisherman. It was pretty awesome. Wow, Tom, that's awesome. That's cool. Definitely interesting. Can you imagine like how would they use Tinder and stuff out there? Like, oh hey, like ship in.
It's like a 2-mile radius.
And how do you kick the chick? How do you kick the chick to the curb though? Like,
what's that?
What are you gonna
get out? Get out of here.
The next boat leaves. You can't come back.
Oh, you catch the last boat out of here. Come on. Oh, what is it? What is that? The farmers only or farmers?
Only.
Where I asked the farmers like, hey, like, don't you see the same chicks on the Tinder radius, which is like a mile radius?
That was so funny. Well, dude, like,
and he's like, oh, I extended 40 miles, and I kind of add more to the option list there.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Like, oh wow, there's a ton of girls from the cruise ships every week. Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of tanners every weekend. Good point.
They're only there for a couple hours, so yeah, that's
hey, if you're young and single, that's actually kind of it's interesting for you. That's
actually
Tom.
Pretty clutch. Yeah, exactly. All right, Jalen Ramsey. Like, let's get it going. We all know he's coming back. I tried to ask Derwin about that yesterday, and he kind of goes, he's keeping it close to the chest, and I'm like, yeah, right. I know.
Yeah,
I told him after, I was like, I know, and then he just starts laughing. So him and Dan have this bromance where he just starts chatting it up with Dan, and every time he would walk by to take pictures with kids, he'd walk by Dan and he'd always chat with him. So it was definitely funny to see that bromance.
Everybody like Dan Diego, apparently.
I know. But all right, let's get the fellas on and see how they are doing. Boom. Nick, how are you doing?
Good. Happy birthday, Fernando. Happy birthday. Glad you were able to spend time over there in Catalina. That's awesome. But doing good. Apparently nobody wants to see me, so we better.
I was waiting for you.
Yeah. Somebody say, "Can we see Vic?" Well, you'll probably get that comment before they see. I want to see Gilbert. So,
Oh, you know what it was? It was Athir's not here today.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. Vic forgets. True, yeah. He forgets that he's Athir's guy.
Question only for Victor. Please answer, Vic.
Yes, he's the only one that will answer my question unless we have a guest on.
I know exactly. He gets so he gets very antsy there. But so Gilbert, real quick, no, they stay for a couple of days, hop on the next cruise ship. It was outstanding. Wow. That seems like a buffet,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I was gonna
this
say
weekend.
too, like I thought of 50 first dates because that was his whole thing, that he was picking
Yeah.
up girls.
Yeah.
And yeah,
There's
there's
a
ways to
good one.
do it.
Yeah, but this one just essentially just included. Like
Right.
Hawaii, there's a bunch. Like they
Right.
come in, but this one I was just interested. But all right, let us bring in Derwin James's best friend.
That's my dog. I'm not muted, right?
No.
Look how much Gilberto makes me frown. He went virtual screen today. Wants to be a twin because we're on the same side. His isn't as good as mine, but it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah, that's a nice shirt.
You just drinking at the bar.
I thought it was a Rocky shirt for a while.
No, I thought it was a Cobra
Alba?
Kai or what's it called? The Cobras.
Who had
Yeah,
a Rocky? No. This the one
Cobra
that this the one that
No.
Coach Clapp got me. It said certified ball busting champion. So there you go. I win on and off the field, baby.
That was like the guys from Dodgeball. The what's it called?
Dodgeball,
Yeah,
there you
the
go.
Vipers.
guys.
Cobras.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant.
Hey,
Okay,
Tom,
gotcha.
so was it like, were you like on Deadliest Catch? Was it crabs? I was so fascinated by that. I have so many questions.
Yeah, same here. That's one actually, Dan. I want to hear what he has to say.
About
Yeah,
what?
Tom, answer all of our
Yeah,
questions. as we
Q&A
go
from the
by.
Compas to
We would
Tom.
appreciate
I know,
it.
for
What
real.
did you
Let us
catch
know
that?
how much rent was and all that stuff. I'd
Global
love to
Gym
know.
Cobras.
Yeah, Global Gym Cobra.
Jeffrey, it was really good. June 21st, Jaleel Adai and Derwin are going to be doing a camp. I'll be releasing that video probably tomorrow, the interview with him. Derwin was great. I apologize for the audio. It's a little off.
Sus, as the kids say.
Well, because of this freaking music. But
Just like
we'll be
you
better. We'll be
Yeah.
better by
Those
June
new
21st when
mics,
they come
the
out.
contraptions, technology.
Vic,
Yes.
actually, we were going to tell you. We went to go watch because obviously Paul texted me and he goes, "Hey, have you watched this yet?" And I was like, "Not yet." Karate Kid Legends.
Yes, I'm
He's
gonna
like,
go
"Go watch
tomorrow.
it."
Oh, you guys
we
actually
went
want
to
to
go-
see that? Wow.
We went to go watch
It
it
was actually
today.
really good.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
He
actually,
hasn't watched anything. He hasn't watched Cobra Kai. He hasn't watched almost any of it.
Dan?
And we were sitting there in the theater and he goes, "Wow, this is actually a really good movie." I was like, "Wow."
I was
like, "All
worried
right."
because I was like, I don't want this to be like the Avengers where they have like 800,000 recalls to like other
Yeah.
seasons and stuff. No, but it was awesome. The thing that's funny though, it makes the Jada Pinkett Smith Karate Kid look like a steaming pile of
Jada Pinkett.
shit. It was so bad, dude.
I've never seen that one, the reboot. I
Good.
don't want
Oh,
to.
you're lucky. You saved
It's
an
so
hour and
bad.
a half of your time. Like that one was terrible.
Good.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
I
it
am
was
a big Jackie Chan fan, so
Yeah.
Oh, he was
There
fun.
is,
Oh, he's
there is a
funny.
big cameo in this movie that has already been spoiled for me.
Oh, I got spoiled for you. It did not
Yes.
for me. So
Yeah. Good.
Johnny Lawrence.
I
is my guess.
apologize, Uber
Yeah.
Goober.
Did you see that too, Gil?
I didn't, but that would be my guess. Now that you bring it
Yeah.
up.
oh wow.
That's hilarious. By the way, Uber Goober, since you're bringing his name up, you see they're going to make Rush Hour 4 supposedly?
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jackie
I was looking
Chan
at
wants
that
to
on
work
Twitter.
again, huh? He's like
Jackie
Manny
Chan-
Pacquiao.
The
Jackie
funniest
Chan
part was
Chris
They
got
need that
the weed
money.
and he's going.
Manny
funniest
Pacquiao,
of
Jackie
all,
Chan,
he
money.
needs it to well, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, it was funny because even the little kid they got in the movie was making like the facial expressions like Jackie Chan would in Rush Hour.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wonder if this is gonna be like the new heir apparent.
Oh yeah,
But,
the
I mean-
multiverse, Rush Hour, and the Karate Kids.
That'd be funny.
scare
We'll get
people.
your opinion when you watch the movie, but to me, it just felt like there's gonna be a number 2. Like
Oh yeah.
some of the
That
stuff that they
good.
did with
Wow.
it, I was like, yeah, it
Oh,
looked
it was
like-
actually solid. I'm
Yeah.
very much against remakes, reboots, and everything else. But this was actually really good, especially the way it kind of tied everything together. I thought was pretty nice. As a guy who hasn't watched Cobra Kai, I am rewatching Stranger Things. That's the banger I've been on right now.
When does that come out? The new one, I forget.
It's like
I'll
November,
talk about
October.
it if we get to it. But yeah, they're coming out Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah,
and then
New
part
Year's, I
3
think.
is New Year's.
Yeah.
New Year's.
That's the only thing that does suck. But
was
don't
thinking like
worry,
the
I already
summer.
found our Airbnb for the Super Bowl in Atlanta. It's the Will Byers home.
Wait, what?
it's a Stranger
it's-
Things Airbnb.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, we need to like shoot one episode here. I don't care if we only spend the night for one night. We need to shoot an
Wait.
episode here.
You don't want to go to the Patrick Mahomes house? Come on, man.
Who gives
You
a fuck
rather-
about that guy? Who's that guy? I've never heard
You
of him.
rather go to Will Byers? Get out of here.
Dude, Patrick Mahomes is like, the 1919 World Series. You know the outcome, but you know how he got there. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
But Dan,
Okay,
you
I'll
saw what
be
happened
fine.
this year.
But this was one of the years they had to put it. I'm telling you right now, in the multiverse, if we would have seen this game and it was a tight score, 100% the Chiefs would have won because the zebras come out. The zebras come out at night instead of the freaks come out at night. The zebras come out at the winter.
Ding Dan for the conspiracy once per show.
It's not a conspiracy. Right. I've seen the tape. I don't know about you.
All right,
I've seen the tape.
Let's go to some current NFL storylines. Vic, can you check this off real quick?
Yep, I got you. Hold on.
Diggs and I were both on a boat last week
doing some different activities.
Oh, it was snowing on that boat.
Right way.
But this is the video that obviously came out that everybody's wondering. In the background, in one part of this video, you can see
where's the Cardi B chick? Is that the Cardi B chick?
No, Cardi B's not there. It's her friends though. But
wow, she has great friends apparently.
They're it's snowing.
Oh, they're all open. It's probably an open relationship. That's all they do. They're all swingers. They're all swingers.
Hold on, Vic. So there was white substance. There was white substance on that on there, I guess. And allegedly,
I didn't say
Stefon Diggs hadn't been at OTAs. People like Dr. Florio were out there saying, hey, maybe they could void his contract and not have to pay anything.
I wonder what was Joy Taylor's reaction. We saw how she was angry about the doctor.
And
the good doctor. I wonder.
Stefon Diggs was at OTAs today.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
Over,
ready for business.
Over, has no idea what's going on.
Well, waving at the cameras, he knows.
He said, nice to see you to all the media. Vic, you can put it back up. But obviously, they were made
Brett.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Tom. We got some.
Obviously, the Mike Vrabel said we were made aware of it. We've spoken to him and his representatives, all that stuff. So,
something like the contract to begin with. Like,
what do you guys think? Is this something or is this nothing, Gilbert?
Well, because there's a video, there's something like it's the off season. Let them have their fun, but it's now in the light, and we got to talk about it. And I feel bad for Mike Vrabel. He's like, crap, Stefon, really? Like, you're fighting with Kirk Cousins, you're fighting with Josh Allen. You always want to be traded. You got mad about Adam Thielen taking your thunder. You're always mad about something, and then you do this, and it's like, okay. It's just a lot of drama with Stefon Diggs. Like, he needs to get a wake-up call that he's not 20-something anymore. He's coming off a torn ACL. Maybe back in the day, he could get away with crap like that. But I'm not trying to say be a fun killer. Don't be on the boat with Cardi B and friends and do things like that. But when there's a camera, like, I guess the question that I have, maybe for you guys, like, why is there a phone? Why is somebody recording? Exactly. Where are the NDAs? Where are the homies at to check this out? And who released it? Who's the person that released this video? And maybe send them a visit. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But to me, it's just it should have been a non-story. It's the off season, have fun, whatever. And he actually comes to work every season. He plays hard. You hear everything about his work ethic, and he's very demanding. And he sets a standard a little too high. Sometimes people get annoyed, but there's nothing wrong with being competitive. So to me, it's a non-story. But also at your age and the injury and your fourth team. You got to ask Mike Vrabel about it.
Senor Vivement, I actually had that video, but then I thought, I don't think this is
going to get flagged.
You don't need to tell us what your search history is. What are you doing, my guy?
But to add some context, I believe Dr. Florio said he still has not had his physical with the Patriots. Like, he still hasn't done that.
Yeah, the whole knee thing.
Yeah, that he's waiting essentially till, which I don't know how true that is because he practiced today. Right. So and somebody said that he stood out today. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. They've lit a fire under his ass and he's out there probably
I believe that though, Fernando, that usually physicals come when you sign and you could nullify the contract if you don't pass.
That's what I was thinking too, but that supposedly he hasn't done much rehab work there, that it's all been with his own people. So
he was rehabbing on that boat, dude. He was getting the mind and body ready to go.
Maybe it's the rehab pills and he just kind of crushed them up a little bit. And
I don't know what it was, but Dan, is this something or nothing?
It's nothing. I think Gilberto's right. It's nothing. It's only something because it was recorded. I don't understand these people that, have so much like resources and things like that. I still think Cristiano did it the best. he would fly out, do whatever shenanigans he wanted, and NDAs were signed and phones were taken. Like, that's what I don't understand, why he's letting himself be recorded. Like, where's the homie coming up and throwing the phone overboard or whatever else? Like, where's the security guard? So
And they're doing it right in front of his face too.
Exactly.
Like,
but that's why it's even stupider, because it's like, again, it's voluntary. That's what people don't understand. It's voluntary. The problem that I have with it is now he's, maybe not challenging, but it's not very good for Mike Vrabel for his, first time back, because now he's going to have to set the tone, because either he's going to make an example out of Stefon in the meeting room or whatever, or if he lets it go, then all of a sudden that's going to become the trend where it's like, if you have enough star caliber or whatever, you're going to be able to push the envelope. So it just depends what kind of program Mike Vrabel is going to want to run. But really, it's a non-story because it's OTAs and it's voluntary. Now, if it's training camp, that's a big problem.
Crazy part is too.
Yeah,
once you start dating above your
good points in your view, Mom.
Once you start dating above your weight class or whatever, that's when stuff starts to change. That's why with David Beckham went a little
B. You blaming Cardi B?
No. I'm saying when you start the spotlight on you gets fixated once you start dating above your weight class. Like when David Beckham started dating the Spice Girl, stuff gets thrown up there. Look at all the guys that the Kardashians have dated. Some of them have been good ball players. Some of them have been.
Who's been good? They've all been terrible.
No, Lamar Odom was good. Travis Scott, great.
Yeah, but those don't count. I'm talking about the OG bloodline. Like,
okay,
you want to run through a list of what those people.
Reggie Bush,
he got out before.
Yeah.
Do we really need to run through
with her? He won a Super Bowl with her,
dude.
Did he? I don't remember. How do you remember that?
All I point to.
You know why I knew?
Case in point.
Reggie's stepbrother or half brother went to school with me at Eastlake High School, and he was on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians during the Super Bowl, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you were on there!" So, wow. But that's what I mean. Like once you start dating above, everything changes. Yeah, exactly. Hank Basket when he started dating.
Together, right? They have.
You guys remember all this?
Yeah, they had a kid.
Like a fox.
Yeah. So no, Brett. I think OJ was. He was the.
Yeah, that's a no shit for how he's just throwing it in there for the shit housing.
Okay.
Chris Jenner.
Oh yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson was very famous in doing whatever.
You never know, but that's what I mean. Once you everything, the parties change, everything changes. So. A famous NBA player once said, "There's no party like a Riddy."
Oh, you're talking about supposedly everybody's goat and the guy who's on trial probably pretty soon, allegedly.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Like life changes once you start dating above, and Stefon has now found out, hey, that's what happens now when you do stuff like that.
That's hilarious. Brett said the dad introduced OJ to his wife. The Kardashians ruined that as well.
My God. Allegedly,
the body count
but yeah, that's
grows.
basically I'm with you guys. As long as it's now okay. Once it gets into training camp, that's zero tolerance.
Yeah.
So I agree. Vic?
No, I was gonna say I was trying to remember this, but. Wasn't he the one that the teammates were going around that you wouldn't let your daughter date?
Oh, yeah.
And he was 99% of the name that came up. If I'm Cardi B, why am I even dating Stefon?
They don't care.
Yeah,
they're all degenerates.
Yeah, it's so random too.
They're all degenerates.
It's not a big deal. Like I said, the thing is that you don't know if there was a substance there. My biggest thing was going to be, can the Patriots cut him? But it doesn't sound like it. I read that piece by Mike Florio as well, and he was talking about how the only thing they could do, it would have to be if he fails his physical in terms of what happens with his knee, because he's still recovering. So there is another physical they need to do on him. But outside of that, I think he's fine. But I think it was Brett who said, I think it's more of, like, as a leader, you're the vet here. You're the one that they're bringing in for you to have some leadership, and you're you're kind of starting off on the wrong foot here. And it's not just Mark Bravo here, guys. Josh McDaniel is the offensive coordinator of this team. So, I mean, we've known that he does not have leadership skills. So I honestly feel bad for, the young quarterback there. So, good luck there going forward.
Yeah, that's gonna definitely be interesting on that point of view. All right. 49ers and Eagles worked out a trade on Bryce Huff and a day 3 pick. Obviously, we all know Bryce Huff fell out of what's it called? Out of
Races.
paper, in Philly. I remember I spoke to him. He didn't suit up for the Super Bowl, right?
I don't think so. He
Okay, so
he hasn't shown up to any activities with the Eagles this year.
So no, yeah. So I asked him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm playing on Sunday," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like when we were out at the Super Bowl, and so when I saw that he was inactive, I was like, "Ooh, that's a little rough."
So it's your fault, Fernando. You're the bad luck over
here. You guys have any comments on the trade? It's just a random June 2nd trade.
Yeah,
I thought
the offseason.
Well, he's trying to if the trade goes through. I don't know if it did or not. But
no, it did. He goes with Robert. Okay. He gets reunited with Robert.
That's the main takeaway. If Salah could save him, Salah saved somebody.
Why don't we talk about real stories like Shador going 7 for 9, 100 and whatever yards and 3 touchdowns?
That's better.
Vic.
I was gonna say, I remember that Eagles fans were hyped for this signing of Bryce Huff, and I even said, I'm like his snap count wasn't that great. He had a really good one good year, and then he got paid. And sometimes, hey, like you strike out, and that's what's happened here. So sending him to the coach that actually he did well with makes a lot of sense. So that was my biggest takeaway. And the 49ers need edge rushers to go opposite of Nick Bosa. So I like this for him, especially if you can kind of have him on a snap count too, Bryce Huff, because it looks like just from history, he does better when you give him less snaps.
Well, can I say one more thing about Salah, just to give him a criticism? He also has a stubborn way of trying to help these guys who have potential but don't make it, like Solomon Thomas. He took him to the Jets. Who's the other one? Javon Kinlaw. He took him to the Jets. So there's potential. He's going to try to save it, but they sometimes don't get maximized. And I don't think his forte was edge rushers, especially with the New York Jets.
Yeah. Limited snaps is going to be basically what's. And I mean, obviously the 49ers have been trying to look for somebody to help Nick on the opposite side. So this is definitely maybe Bryce could be that kind of guy. Can you take this off real quick?
Yes.
Your cover of Madden 26 is
that did look pretty cool.
Saquon Barkley jumping over a black helmet defender.
I have the first time seeing it.
They should have freaking done something with it. Like put an actual team.
Commanders.
That's weird.
They redid it. They didn't even use the original picture.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't have used the original picture. That's kind
of I don't know if you guys saw. This is what they. So I don't know what you guys think. This to me, either he's using a trampoline or or he's having a harness. People are saying that there's no harness.
No, there's no way he's jumping that high. No, dude, when you watch the original, he barely clears him. His pee-pee almost got caught in there. No, there's no way. There's no way.
But in this video, they're saying that
or he's got like the suspenders. Yeah,
that's what it probably is.
Yeah, that last angle. Yeah. Watch the slowdown here, right there. See, yeah.
So he what?
Dude, he clears him by almost like 3 feet.
The way he just stops in like in midair too.
Yeah, it's like a harness, right?
Yep. I think it's either a harness or
because look, it turns them.
Harness.
It turns them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there's no way. I mean, I don't think a person can do this.
Well, Saquon maybe, but
dude, we need to throw him in the Olympics for like long jump. Yeah, for high jump, long jump, something. Look at if he's clearing that guy by like 3 feet. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I thought that was Gilberto is the guy who brings a 6-pack of Bud Light
love
to a
that.
party, eats $40 worth of carne asada and tres leches cake. Is Uncle Jam barely watching? He's probably barely
I don't know
watching.
about Bud
That's
Light.
the
Just
rule.
change it to Modelos, and I think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I had some Bud
Hey,
Light the other day. I'm
you-
like, eh.
You bring the beer, you done your part. That's a ticket to drink all day. Come on.
God. Yeah, could you imagine? Let me get my fat ass up there and clear him 3 feet. No big problem.
Let me
little
ask you
movie
guys.
magic.
There was a Vic. You could keep that. There's a
Okay.
list right now that I saw on Twitter that a guy, I don't know, some guy named. I mean, people just put NFL. Oh, props in fantasy for football. I don't know what that is, but I found this actually pretty interesting. He had a list that said the definitive they are they
Oh.
cooked list.
Oh,
And he
Tyreek
put
Hill.
cooked. Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, Zach
Yes.
Moss,
Yes.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders, Tyler
Yes.
Lockett.
Yeah.
Might be cooked. CMC,
Maybe.
that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Isaiah
so.
Pacheco, Stephon
Maybe.
Diggs,
Yes.
Deebo Samuel,
Yeah.
Javonte
Yeah.
Williams,
Yeah.
Christian
I
Kirk,
agree.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, that's
This
that's
Tyreek
pretty
Hill is a little
good.
premature, I feel like.
Mark Andrews still had
Tyreek
11
Hill's
or
a
12
little- right.
touchdowns last year.
Tyreek Hill's a little premature, really?
I think so. He just stuck with the Dolphins and Tua. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's what's
He
made him
didn't
look
go
worse.
anywhere else. He's
But you
staying there.
you also have like some of the off the field stuff where I'm like, yeah, you're not really running the 4-5 that we remember or whatever it was. So not as
Getting arrested doesn't
interested.
define talent. I don't know, but that's my only one. I feel like, but I guess
But
I
it's
saw
already-
people breaking down a video that that somebody uploaded from the 49ers that they were like, well, look at Christian McCaffrey. He can barely move. He's doing this. I'm like, okay, like I
Goober.
don't know. I'm like, I don't know how to
OTAs.
break that down.
Has he even been out there? What was he out for last year?
Oh, what was it,
the calf,
Gilbert?
Yeah.
some weird calf injury last minute that maybe was a
it
torn
was the
Achilles and
calves
nobody wanted
and
anything.
his Achilles, and then he went
Yeah.
to.
That was bad.
I think he went to
Germany.
Germany to kind of try to
Oh,
do the
wow.
same thing that Kobe did back in the day. But yeah.
He might be cooked.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you've had that much breakdown and everything else, the Pacheco one's interesting too. I thought he played well, but I mean,
Well,
who
he gets
knows?
hurt a lot, but he's only like year 3, I think.
Yeah, that's the problem. Stephon Diggs, I mean, maybe he has a bad attitude. I didn't like what the Patriots signed him for. I thought it was too much money.
Oh,
That
I
was
forgot.
weird,
I forgot. Travis Kelce's on my list too.
For
Yeah, he's
Cook,
right there.
maybe.
Eight above your weight class.
Oh,
like
yeah.
look at.
That's
he
why I'm
is-
surprised you didn't mention him.
I forgot. I
He's doing
apologize.
well. He's not folding under the spotlight.
No,
Who cares?
but-
They have that photo of him getting bitched at by her, and I thought that was funny.
honestly, like I don't understand why people don't follow the footprint from what's his name from the Yankees. Like he
Derek
would give
Jeter.
the women, Derek Jeter. He'd have the
Derek
women
Clooney.
come in, throw their phone in once
Hold
you
on, Vic. I'm
come
gonna
in.
use this again.
Yeah, so once you got to his house, you give up your phone, and then you leave with the nice
Parting
fruit
gift.
basket. At the
Exactly.
end
You
there,
leave
so-
you leave with a nice doggy bag or
Yes.
whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
when you're a kid and you go to the
party.
kid parties and they
Yeah,
give you the
yeah,
to-go bags. Yeah, that's funny.
The Travis Kelce, he looks so turned off during the. I mean, I know he had one good game and it was against the Texans, but the rest of the way, the other 2 games, he just looked kind of disinterested,
Good.
and
Let him stay that
then
way.
in the Super Bowl, he just didn't look really into
Good.
it.
Everybody
So,
went
Let him
good.
stay that way.
oh,
Let
let me.
him stay
Okay,
that
so
way.
speaking
There
of
we go.
Tyreek
Sorry.
Hill, I don't know if you guys saw I think his wife filed for a divorce, and
Are you
allegedly-
serious?
Yeah.
what
And-
number is this one?
Who
Tyreek
knows?
Hill, Miami, dull flirt, fun in the sun with a woman after wife filed for divorce.
No, good for him.
He's-
Yeah.
So here we
Good
are.
for him. These people are so dumb, dude. Like, I'm curious of 2 things. Okay. Uncle Jam, I don't even know what that is.
Where is
I'm
he?
curious
Raging
of 2
Waters or
things.
what?
don't know.
That's like Soak
The
City or
local
whatever.
pool?
That's
But,
like
why
Soak
would
City.
you want to be there around all these people? Like, somebody, like, this is a phone camera. Like, look,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
zooming in.
Clearly he
I'm
doesn't
making
I
Yeah,
like
care.
how
no fucking
TMZ
island.
Sports like they paid for it, so
Yeah.
they put their logo on there.
Yeah. But anyway, I am curious to know how much of his
Where's
salary goes to
Evermore?
the federal government and how much of it goes to baby mamas. It's honestly probably unbelievable.
Well, he's got
dude.
like 10.
I don't understand that. Like, that's crazy to me how much money walks out the door.
Hey, be like your
he's got
hero, Philip Rivers,
Evermore.
Dan, and get one, and that's it.
Not my hero, but yeah, he does have the recipe for success.
Evermore Orlando Resort.
Oh, it's a resort. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's at a
maybe.
resort. Yeah. So
Just crazy, dude. I could not imagine looking at my paycheck and saying, my God, how much is going out the door for, because I couldn't, pass sex ed in high school, and I don't understand how to do it now. Like, it's just crazy.
Way to keep it PG. I wasn't sure where you're
I
going.
know. I was trying to think about, don't be silly, wrap your willy. You know what I mean?
Wrap your whip.
Nice shift there.
Yeah, I actually had a funny thing. I'll look it up and I'll bring it. There was like, I found a thing once that was hilarious. There were like 20 funny slogans to remember to use a condom. I just forgot what it was.
Dan,
yeah.
Saquon Barkley, do you believe in curses? Nah, I'm a believer in God.
There you go. I love that. I love
Great
that.
stuff.
I love that.
I look
He
great
is-
stuff from Saquon.
He is if he is for us, who can be against us? You know what was another one that was funny? Cover your stump before you hump. Let me see.
No means no matter what.
No, that's not.
What way they say it.
You don't want a minivan, wrap it up.
Yeah,
Gilbert,
yeah, that's not. I don't think
You better
that's
be
it.
careful.
Oh, here
You're
it is.
making fun of Saquon, but look at what's happening around the world. Of volcano erupts.
Oh yeah.
Better be
Yeah.
careful.
By the way, I still haven't gotten my invitation to be Godfather. I'm waiting on that, so I'm not gonna take offense to it yet.
You got invited to something else though, but okay, I ain't complaining here.
Well, hold on, but I did. I just remembered.
Very
That's right.
exclusive, may I add.
That's right. That's I
No,
just
yeah, but
remembered that right now. It's because you sent it to me while I was in Montana. That's why I already forgot.
Oh yeah, I
That's
forgot.
right.
Nice brag there. But how was that?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, you talk about, like, I heard a little bit of the episode last week. Like, Eric hit the nail on the head. It's just God's country, dude. So beautiful out there. Everybody's friendly. You're not worried about someone robbing anything out of your car, so you can leave some stuff. Like, it's just nice, man. Like, I love the times I've been to the Midwest. I've liked it.
Is that
obviously a
considered
little-
Midwest, or what is that like?
What?
Upper?
Well,
Is that
you know what I'm talking
considered?
about, like Northeast, Northwest, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Middle of nowhere section.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I liked being out in nature.
The
It was
middle
really
of the
cool.
country.
I loved it. I love flyover
Where did
country.
you go for? Was it Yellowstone or just?
I went to Yellowstone. I went to Lewis and Clark State Park.
Oh shit!
What else did we do? Yellowstone was actually crazy. Like, you could be there a week and still not see everything. It's so
Did you
huge.
find yourself a honey out there and
No,
long
I
distance
didn't.
now
No.
or what?
No, I didn't. Not yet. No. But it was interesting. I went to mass out there, and the church was really beautiful and everything else. It's
Oh,
kind
yeah?
of
Was it
crazy, like just
20
the culture
people?
shock. No, there was a lot of people there. I don't know if you know this. There's a lot of people there. It was kind of crazy though, the culture shock, and then we can move on because I don't want to bore everybody with stories from my.
You're not boring me, Dan.
From
Uh,
church?
dude. In the church, literally,
Aaron
it was
Glenn
either
now?
old people, old couples, and if there was young couples, they had like 4 kids with them, or like that was kind of like no in between. I was kind of like, oh shit, like wow,
Wow.
that's kind of crazy out here. Yeah, but you would love this.
Did you
too.
go play for? Did you go pray for Gilberto and Julian?
I did, and my godson, my future godson. Yes, I did.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. We're still undecided of which way we're gonna go for
Whoa,
religion
whoa,
for
whoa.
your son. We'll figure it out.
Which way we're gonna go with what? What do you say?
Religion.
No, there's only one. There's only one.
Well, can you wait? Actually, a good question. You guys are gonna judge me, but baptized, is that just Catholic? Or can that be Christian too?
No, they do it too, but it's not the
Okay.
same. Like
Yeah.
Frau,
Not the same,
Frau
okay.
actually has a funny point to it, but we don't
No,
need
he
to do
does
that here
not.
and piss off half the fan base. But
Okay, I thought it might be
what was
a
I
dumb
gonna tell you?
question,
Oh,
good
but you would love this because you're Satan and you love every time I fail. I was out there trying to cross a creek to go get a photo and I ate shit, dude. I ate total shit. Yeah, my boot
camera?
slipped on the wood. No, my buddy didn't record me, thank God. But it was awesome, man. Like I had such a good time. I would almost want to go next year at the same time. It was perfect. End
Do
of the
it, man.
school year, you just go hang out, relax. You're out in nature. It was cool, especially like I was super pissed because I didn't get to swim in a river or lake, and I didn't do the river rafting, and I want to do horseback riding next time. So
I
So
feel
we'll
like
see.
one day, Dan, when you make it big, you're already doing a lot of great things in your life. But when you get that big home in Montana, I'm gonna ask you every now and then, hey, I need to get away. I gotta clear my
You
mind. Give me the
should.
Phil
You
Jackson house.
should.
Go to
You
Montana. Like,
should.
I feel like that was
Yeah.
always a Phil Jackson thing. I'm gonna go get away to Montana and figure it out.
Oh
Dan,
yeah.
Dan, you should be the sensei to Julian and have him live with you. And
Exactly.
you send
You're
him
gonna
to
go with
school out
Dad. You
there.
don't act right in Montana.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Could you
I'm sending
imagine
you to Montana.
what's the old saying with the Kazakhstani fighters? Send your son to Kazakhstan for a month. He'll learn how to wrestle or
Fight
something like
bears.
that. Send him my way, dude. Yeah, but it was awesome, man. I already looked up, kind of some schools to see if there was any jobs and stuff like that. So I mean,
Wow.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I
told
loved
you,
it, man.
Fernando. He might not
Well,
come back.
Brett,
No, he wouldn't do
Wyoming
that.
was on there. We just
Baptist dunk is not purified water and sing a ton. Catholic dunk is
Okay.
purified in
Look at that,
spring.
Brett informing me.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let us get so Gilbert. Obviously, sometimes we go off of what you do during the week. You had this article that everybody should go check out. Best fits for undrafted, for unsigned
Okay, let me check it
NFL
out.
free agents. No, you're good. I just wanted to show it real
No, I
quick.
got you.
So there
Shout
you
out.
go. We will let's go with ours first, and then we'll go to
Yeah.
Gilbert and see what he had ultimately. But Gilbert,
good.
I did agree with one of yours. I'm going to go first. Darius Smith to the Bills. I like that one for multiple reasons. The main one is you can't really rely on some of the pass rushers that they have. Joey Bosa is a guy that hasn't made it through a 17-game schedule in a long time, if ever. There's other guys there that they do get hurt, so I definitely think that they need to sign somebody and bring in somebody to kind of help them out. So Zadarius Smith, I think, would boost something for them. So I definitely think that Zadarius should be on the list for the Chargers or for the Bills.
Have Smith play the first 2 months and then Bosa the final two. And
There you go. Exactly. Vic, why don't you go with yours?
Yeah, mine is J.K. Dobbins to the Bears. We know what Johnson wants to do there. We saw what happens with the Lions. There's a reason why they traded DeAndre Swift to the Bears. I think J.K. Dobbins would, fix a lot of things, especially if he wants to use a two-back system, kind of be the Devin Montgomery in this offense. I think he would fit really well. So for me, it would be, and plus the Chargers would get a compensatory pick out of it as well. So for me, I just think J.K. Dobbins makes a lot of sense for the Bears.
I like it. I had Commanders, I think, right? But this is a good one too.
Yeah. Yep.
Dan.
What did I put on mine? Are you gonna put up my thing, or why don't you remind
Yeah,
me?
you went with
Well, I think I did
Brandon
Sheriff, right?
Scherf.
Yeah, Sheriff.
Yeah,
Sheriff.
one for you.
I need a lineman. Bring the guards. Bring as many linemen as you can. Bring your buddies. We need to protect the son of Odin. That's all I got to say on that.
I'll give you credit, Dan. You gave me the idea, and I threw that in there for the story. So shout out to you.
You need to. That was the biggest problem about last season. Besides all these, 7-Eleven workers who couldn't catch the damn football when they're open.
A durable player though. He hasn't missed a game, I think, since
He's a
ever. I
dog.
forget. Yeah.
He's a dog.
Well, that would help. I mean, if they're going to really move Zion to center like they keep on saying they are, then put him at guard.
Is that really a thing, Fernando?
They've had him snap a couple of times to him. What was your biggest thing on Zion, Dan? What was the one weakness that you've noticed with him?
Oh, well, in the run game, he's been poor, and sometimes with movement in the pass game, he has a hard time. So I mean that. But
Sorry,
I was going to give you credit. I like what he said a lot, that when these teams bring in players or draft players and they start moving them around, that's kind of not a good sign right there that the writing's on the wall. So, again, if you struggle blocking when you're a guard, adding snapping the ball is not going to make it any easier. So I don't understand that. But I mean, I guess we'll see, because I assume they're at least going to coach them up, and that's what training camp's for, to see if it's going to work or not, and especially preseason. But I don't see how good
it was. Crazy the way training camp used to be. Well, used to be a lot earlier. There used to be a lot more practices, but guys would show up out of shape and get into shape during training camp. Yeah. Now these guys come into shape, so it's definitely interesting to see the way they move around. But Gilbert, go ahead with yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I think this was the final month of me covering the Chargers, and all I heard in the lead up to the 2022 draft, and you know this too, how safe of a pick Zion Johnson is going to be. Like, oh yeah, he's not a sexy pick. He's a guard, but the safest prospect in the first round. And to be struggling this much, I'm actually a little surprised. But maybe that's just brainwashed from all the draft pundits, or maybe what does that say about the previous regime to not get him going?
Oh, don't get me started. I could tell you for days about the previous regime.
We should have Tom join the show and be like, "Hey, my Dan and Dago would like to talk to you real quick."
Hey, Uncle Jam!
Hey, Uncle Jam's Army!
Hey,
Appreciate you.
999,
Shout
Uncle
out! Shout out to
Thank
Uncle
you.
For
Jam.
finality
There you
of
go.
the new father.
That's not enough for a 12-pack, but I'll take a 6-pack.
Wow.
This guy's
Yes.
an asshole. This guy's an
Inflation,
asshole.
come on.
Oh my god!
3-pack of tall cans. How about that?
I would
Julian
tell-
waiting for the diapers. He's like,
I know.
sorry.
Thank
He's like,
you.
I went out
Before
for
I think
smoke.
about beer, I didn't even read the comment. Thank you. Good point. That son comes
guy.
first.
You can never just say thank you, huh, Dan?
No, it's always something. It's always something.
Also, did they change the color on this? I remember it
I
being.
thought so too. Green,
Yeah, it was
right?
like green, no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be green. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
But thank you, Uncle Jam's Army. That means a lot. You're the
Shout
best.
out, Uncle Jam.
So Gilbert, let's go through your article and see what some of these were. I think I stole one. I think Vic did two, and Dan did two. So, oh wait, no, Gilbert. Well, we'll get
No,
yours.
we changed. Yeah.
Yours is here at the end, so we'll do that. All right, let's start it off. Nice picture of Keenan Allen there. Let's scroll down to I don't need you.
Three former Chargers on the list.
Dante Samuel
know, for real.
Jr. to the Miami Dolphins. There are a handful of notable names available at the position, but the cornerback market is being held up by a potential trade of Jalen Ramsey. If and when Ramsey is moved, the Dolphins should be able to pick up the phone and call Samuel, feisty defender who made 47 starts in 4 seasons for the LA Chargers. He did just recently have surgery, so that'll be interesting to see how much that plays a factor.
Was it is it a neck injury, right?
Yeah. So basically, the way that he told us is that he was born, or he had an injury when he was a kid, where one bone is longer than the other, and is in the back of his neck.
And he's trying to even it out now.
I guess that's what he injured but it happened during practice, and it was a practice before they got on a plane and flew out to Denver. So I don't know.
It wasn't supposed to be that bad, right? And he just missed the whole season out of nowhere.
Yeah, because that's what happened. They put him on IR, and Jim kept on saying, "Oh yeah, well we're gonna reevaluate him soon. We're gonna do whatever is best for him and his family. We're gonna do it." So, and all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, he's not coming back." So you're like, "Oh, okay." But
hey Dan, don't forget June 9th through 11th, the Dodgers and Padres, your Padres are gonna.
Yeah, I don't care. I was thinking about going to. I think it was June 11th because it was Catholic night, but
no, July 11th, Dan.
Well, it is
July.
July 11th.
You guys.
Who cares? I was thinking about getting. I saw a cool Padre jersey that had the Star Wars mashup, but then I'm like, I don't go enough to wear this. I don't care that much.
Yeah, don't be a fraud.
No. Oh, really, Mr. Kraken over here? Don't you have that hat on today?
Sorry.
No, don't forget, Dan. He wasn't
New
a
coach,
Dodgers fan until they
new
won
coach
the
for the
World
Kraken.
Series.
New coach for the Kraken.
The other one got fired. So
Oh, the woman got fired?
I don't know. I don't know if she's still on the team. She was like an assistant coach. But hey, if
You're
fire
an idiot. The way you told that story, I would have thought she was the head coach.
I know. She was
You're
the number
so
2, right? I
stupid.
got it wrong.
Oh, the Becky Hammond of the
Yeah, there you
NHL
go.
or what? Oh, okay,
There
great.
you go.
Okay, Brandon Sheriff to the Chargers. Obviously, we already know, we've been over this, that they need more. I think he would be a great addition. I don't think it'd be expensive at all. I definitely think that they should think about this. Justin
Brett,
Simmons.
that's how you know. I love that, Brett. That's
Considering
how
a
you
baseball
know.
jersey too, by the
That's
way.
how you know, Brett. Exactly. I need a safe word.
Justin Simmons to the Minnesota Vikings. That's definitely interesting. Cameron Bynum, obviously Harrison Smith, and Justin Simmons. That'd be a really good trio right there. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he definitely can. He did well last year with Atlanta, I thought.
I don't think they could afford him, probably.
You think
Yeah,
he's
well,
still
they have a-
expensive?
Not that much, but I think when you have the Cousins deal, you try to get a little cheap.
It's crazy to see the way he kind of fell off in a sense. Like he was the highest paid safety at one point,
Yeah.
and 2 years later, he's like
the
searching
NFL,
for a
man.
job.
Life comes
Yeah,
at
no,
you fast. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, he still picked off Mahomes last year when they played the Falcons, or the Chiefs. So that was interesting. J.K. Dobbins. Oh no, he had him to the Washington Commanders.
No, he's gonna stay with the Chargers.
Yeah.
That way we have a three-headed
Eckler and
monster.
Robinson. You could add Dobbins there for a nice committee.
Can you imagine Austin Eckler and J.K. Dobbins? They could exchange notes.
Hey, Anthony
Who
Lynn, the
knows?
running backs coach there, by the way.
Yeah.
So that would be
Oh.
that would be a
Yeah.
good one. Assistant head coach.
So
also.
if no one signs him, he stays with the Chargers, though, right?
If they don't sign him by the start of training camp,
Okay, good.
That's a wild wrinkle there.
I just gotta sweat it out for a few more. What is it? When does it start? July?
yeah, you're starting in the middle of July
Just gotta sweat it
because
out.
you
for a
have the
month.
Hall of Fame game.
Nice.
Zadarius Smith to the Buffalo Bills. I mentioned it, and obviously Gilbert did too. Bosa struggles to stay healthy. They're going to need him, and he's had 69 career sacks in 10 seasons, so that's an average of 6.9. I'm sure the Bills could use that. Jadeveon Clowney,
I like that photo.
Arizona
Get his
Cardinals.
No,
My Cardinals. The more the better.
I like that. Go get his ass. Just beat the hell out of
Early-
him.
Earlier this month, the Panthers
go
surprised
get
by
them.
cutting Clowney. You know, I had said that I thought the Chargers should be one of the ones to
He can still play. Rotation.
Pass rusher. Pass
He's a
rusher
good
by
run
committee.
stopper.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
sets
I
the
thought-
edge pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be
He's a
pretty
big
good
dude.
for them.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow. Okay, that's
Oh wow. So he also cannot get the football like DK Metcalf. That's a good idea.
Come on,
Uh,
Aaron Rodgers or Mason
Julian
Rudolph.
Blackman
Good
to
doctor.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Come on, I
They're
could
gonna
play
need-
defense for them. So
they're
it's,
gonna need
get
five.
anybody
I was
over.
gonna say Justin Simmons and Julian
Yeah,
Blackman
yeah,
to the
Adam
to the
Hall there.
Bengals.
Asante Samuel Jr. Get it. So Darius Smith.
Exactly. Get
You're
them
not kidding.
all. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Obvious.
No.
Yeah.
And then Keenan Allen to the Atlanta Falcons.
A little surprising here that I went with this one, Fernando, but they have Darnell Mooney, Raven McLeod the third. Oh, they're okay, and their numbers are nice, but people forget that Kirk Cousins was padding the stats before he went down. A young quarterback like Michael Penix Jr. needs somebody that gets open quickly, and I think Keenan Allen can still do that.
I thought about Keenan. I almost put him in and for mine to the 49ers just because he went to school in Cal, and I think he would want to come back to the California, but I just was like, I don't know if who knows what he wants to do.
That price tag must be huge if he still hasn't signed yet.
That's crazy to me too. I'm like, right now, why wouldn't you just pick a team that you could think goes to the Super Bowl? Like,
Yeah,
I would see if the Eagles needed something or somebody. Like
they do, and they can't get number 3 there to save their life, but it doesn't matter.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you imagine him, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith? Like, that would be a crazy group.
All right, let us go now to our AFC East grades. We're each going to take one team and we're going to give them our grades and explain it to you guys and the rest of the group. Let us start off with Gilbert, the Jets.
What did I have?
You got the Jets.
Yeah, so I'm doing the grades here.
Yeah, you're doing the
you know
Jets.
what? So as you guys know, I'm high on the Jets this year. I'll give them like A minus. I'm being a good grader here, but I like the hard ass no nonsense attitude from Aaron Glenn. That sounded weird, hard ass Aaron Glenn. But just coming in, you know what? You guys have been screwing everything up. I'm a former player. The last time you went to the playoffs, I was still a player here, or went to AFC title game appearance with Bill Parcells. I like the hire there. And then I even like the addition of Justin Fields, not because he's a great passer, Dan. Don't get offended now, but they have a good O-line there. They drafted a tackle in the first round the last 2 years, Fashanu, Miambu, and then you have guys like Vera Tucker, Joe Tipman, and I think John Simpson. So that's a solid 5. So you can run the football behind that line there with Justin Fields and Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. Defensively, it's still kind of the same look there with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, but those are good players right there. So to me, kind of having a new group of decision makers with a new quarterback, and you're building through the trenches. To me, they could maybe potentially be a sleeper wildcard team, not first to last candidate, Vic. I know you'd like to make those for the group here because the Bills are there, but I'm telling you, that's one of my sleepers. Jets and the Panthers on the other side on the NFC. But I think Aaron Glenn might do something there. Like I told Victor earlier, Aaron Glenn is preaching the gospel now at team meetings, so that should be a good thing right there.
I love it. They're my Super Bowl pick just because of that. I can't wait.
Over your team?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll go next. The Buffalo Bills. I gave them a B plus. I actually thought they re-signed a lot of their own guys, which was good. They Elam's gone. Matt Collins, I was a little bit like, oh wow, he made a couple of good plays, but they brought in obviously Josh Palmer from the Chargers. I thought that contract was a little bit too rich. I would never count anybody else's money, but I thought it was a little too rich for my for me because I think he's making 12, almost close to 12 million a year. Joey Bosa obviously goes there. I think he still has something left in the tank. They brought back Tre'Davious White. I don't know. I mean, you guys would know more than me how he played with the Rams.
He played a lot better with the Ravens, so maybe he still has something. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, maybe he has something left in the tank and he's going back to his ex. They brought in Maxwell Hairston. They brought in TJ Sanders, the defensive tackle.
Exactly.
That'll be definitely interesting. But yeah, I gave them a B plus. I just still think that they're a move away from being able to compete against the Chiefs, but we'll see. This one's gonna be short and sweet. Dan, why don't you go with the Miami Dolphins?
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought I had the Patriots for some reason. Yeah, you're right. Dolphins, I'll give them a D or a C. I mean, I think they're in cap hell. They've spent a lot of money on big time players, and now they're trying to shuffle everything else. I personally am thinking Mike McDaniel's going to be on the hot seat pretty soon, I believe. I think the Tua contract was terrible. You know, you already have Tyreek talking about another contract, things like that. You're trying to unload Jalen because you don't know what you're going to do with him and money and things like that. You're firing coaches because players think they're too tough and stuff like that. So I think it's a mess in Miami, and I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
So D for Dolphins?
Exactly. We'll go. I like that. We'll go with that.
Like
D for Dolphins.
Vic.
I was surprised you guys left me this one, but New England Patriots.
I wanted to be nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an A here. I mean, you look at up and down of all the additions that they made: Robert Spillane, Harold Landry, Morgan Moses, Marcus Epps. They re-signed Christian Ellis, their linebacker, Carlton Davis, Milton Williams. So, and then of course getting the big tackle. My biggest thing is how is everything gonna fit? How are they gonna mold this together with Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels? I think that to me is the biggest question mark. How is that offense? Is he able to develop a quarterback? We saw what happened with what was his name?
Ryan Tannehill.
No, the
Mac
young
Jones.
quarter, Mac Jones now with the 49ers. And so he had one good season and then he wasn't good after that. So I want to see if Josh McDaniels can do something with Drake here. It'll be interesting to see that, but I give them an A. Like they went out and they improved this team a lot, and they gave Vrabel a chance to be competitive this season. I'm interested to see what they do with this roster.
Is this Josh McDaniels like fifth stint in New England? Like, I can't even keep track anymore. Like,
Probably. Here, I'll Google it.
Coming back, leaving, coming back.
It's funny too that Mac Jones is exactly where he should have been in to begin with. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
They took Trey Lance. And
he was with the Patriots. Then he went to the Broncos. Then he came back. Then he went to the Raiders, and then he came back.
Wait, does the Colts one count? He technically left for a little bit.
He didn't. But he didn't.
He went to the bathroom and came back.
Wow.
R.I.P. Jim Irsay.
I was about to say, we're gonna slander a man who's already died.
Sorry, too soon.
Let's go over to. Let's talk about the best division-changing moves in in the AFC East. I'll start off first. Jets saying goodbye to Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I still think Devontae Adams has juice, but I think Garrett Wilson was being kind of pushed off to the side so much so that you could tell he was not happy about it. And there was a lot of trade rumors that he could potentially be offloaded this offseason. And now he gets his former teammate Justin Fields back in there. You have a lot of good you have him and you have some other weapons there now that they've brought in. Like you guys said, Aaron Glenn is now in there. He is a no-nonsense kind of coach.
I like that.
He's coming in. He's telling them, hey, we could be really good if we just make these key these key moves. And if we all buy in, he's a defensive guy. I'm sure that defense will be improved. I remember everybody was talking about how Sauce Gardner was one of the best corners in the league last year. That kind of dropped off, and people didn't think he was top 3 anymore. So I'm sure with Aaron Glenn's help, they'll be able to jump back up. But yeah, the Jets need a new start. There was no reason to bring back a 41-year-old quarterback, a 33-year-old receiver. It was time to kind of start fresh. And hey, if you don't do as well as you think, don't worry. Next year in the draft, you can go up and try and grab a new quarterback. And hey, you already have a receiver that could definitely be a game changer. So that was my move. The Jets kind of saying goodbye and opening this up. Dan,
Jets also adding Mason Taylor, by the way. I forgot that one earlier.
Yeah, Mason Taylor.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe we'll make a bet before the season starts, Gilberto, about your Bears versus my Jets. We'll see how that goes.
Who does better?
Okay. Yeah, who does better? Yeah, both coordinators. Yeah, we'll see.
I like the Jets too, though, so I don't know. You kind of put me in a tough.
No, it's okay.
So.
I'll just put you in wherever I need you.
Okay, there you go. Oh my God.
Anyway, I was gonna say the best move of the offseason, 100% Mike Vrabel to the Patriots. You know, they kind of experimented with Gerard Mayo, but there was a lot of stuff that kind of came out that just didn't look great. Our friend, our compa, Doug was telling us, how he was a little too open with the media, then he was less open, and there was a lot of inexperience. So you're bringing a guy with a hell of a lot of experience. This was one of the guys who pushed Brady to the edge with virtually no quarterback, just Derrick Henry pounding the rock. So, I'm excited to see this, especially because, again, I think this will be a little more successful of a homecoming than Gerard Mayo had. This guy obviously clearly won Super Bowls with the Patriots, knows the Patriot way. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. And this was a great signing for him because, after, such a legend leaves with 6 Super Bowl wins, you kind of have that transition period. I think that was Gerard Mayo. And now that all the pressure's off, I think he's going to succeed and be able to build a team. Maybe not this season, but I think they're at least headed on the right path.
Yeah, what about what Uncle Jam's Army
exactly
is Diggs
that was the one signing I didn't like just because I thought the contract was too much. Yeah, Stefon Diggs over there gonna organize the Halloween party or whatever like Randy Moss did. So
and he's doing that on the boat with the camera in his face, and he probably has a very good contract structure that way they can't get him out of it. So
probably.
I thought
shout out to the agent then apparently.
I know.
Oh my God, Brett. Gilbert, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, I guess the easy one would be like Josh Allen resigning for the Bills, but I'm not gonna go that route. That's a good move for them, obviously. But maybe another one that I like from Dan was Mike Vrabel to the Patriots. But to piggyback off of that, I actually like Milton Williams to the Patriots. I'm not saying he's worth all that money, but I think a team that bad the last couple of years with Bill Belichick and that 1 year with Gerard Mayo, we're all going to forget about in time. Such a quick stint there. But I think they needed to overpay some guys to get that thing going. So I respect the move from Mike Vrabel saying, you know what, let's get some talent, get some beef up front. Both sides, by the way, the O-line and the D-line got a lot of talent. So overpaying, I get it. Maybe he's a little bit of a part-time player. Maybe he benefited from Jalen Carter. Maybe I'm not making a point here for Milton Williams. But when I watched the playoffs and I watched the Super Bowl, that guy balled out. He was a clutch player. So he was able to do that in the fourth quarter. Maybe he sucks for 3 quarters and he's not worth the money. But when it's time to shine and make your money in the fourth quarter, I like what I saw from Milton Williams in that freaking playoff run. And I was surprised because a lot of people didn't know his name either. And like the first 2 months of the season, then he just had a crazy epic run in the Super Bowl. So to me, why not? Or who's that guy? You guys probably remember the name better. Who got paid from the Titans to the Commanders? No, Washington to the Titans. No, the other way around. Titans to the Washington.
Albert Hainsworth.
There you go. And then we never heard from him again.
Oh, wasn't that the one who didn't he punch someone in the face?
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Yes.
No, that was Richard Seymour.
That was Richard Seymour. But this dude, he allegedly with coaches and stuff was always very.
Yeah, he signed that big contract and
I remember that. Yeah,
he was crazy.
Well, he was probably out there with Dan Snyder's.
All right, go ahead, Vic, save us.
Red's like our stat guy to check us out.
Yeah, I know for real.
Mine is Josh Allen's team-friendly extension.
Oh, you had it. Sorry, Vic.
What?
Okay, I thought somebody missed it. I didn't
He
see
said
the rundown.
quit interrupting him and to shut the hell up. I agree.
I brought it up earlier. I'm like, did nobody get that one? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I-
No one thinks
I mean-
of anything except Gilberto.
I said sorry, Vic. Okay.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say. I mean, he just got married this weekend, and he signed a team friendly extension there with Buffalo. I think if the coach can get out of his way, they can finally win a Super Bowl. Maybe less meetings about 9/11, and letting Josh Allen do his thing. But I thought this was really good for what the future is for Buffalo, being able to sign guys. Thank you, Brett. Let me speak here. Just Josh Allen, being able to sign this contract now and kind of do like what Mahomes has done. I wish a lot more quarterbacks did this, because then it allows your team to get better around you.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I'm with Fernando is I just don't like how they've spent their money that they've gotten from this extension. I wish they would have kind of used it a little bit more wisely, like with the receivers. Shakir signed a team friendly deal as well.
Yeah.
Like he gave them a discount. So for them to go and get a third receiver from the Chargers kind of didn't make sense to give them that kind of.
Yeah, that was way too much money too.
Yeah.
That was way too much, dude. I was gonna tell you right now, since you brought that up, I would love to have known what the team room looked like when he said, "You know who else could overcome great odds? Al Qaeda or whatever it was." Like,
Speaking of Al Qaeda,
I would
we have
have
a
started
special guest
laughing.
joining us. Little Daniel is here.
yeah,
Is it-
right. No, he's not. Get that terrorist off the screen. That's for shit sure. I can't stand that guy. He was better not make it back from Catalina. Dude,
Who's
by the way,
I was
gonna say,
from the
speaking of
Eagles,
that-
Dan, that should be with the Bills, the linebacker for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Oh wait, should be with. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't remember. I'm blanking on his name. Wasn't
Jihad
it,
Campbell.
yeah,
Okay.
Jihad Campbell. Yeah, that's right. That's a nice little throwback. Yeah, I remember I said that what a miss of the night that he didn't get drafted by the Bills. Yeah, Jihad Campbell. Yeah, there you go. Hilarious, dude.
We are gonna do now the
Oh,
NFC
Brett, that would be
East.
amazing.
I'll start this off. Let's go with the New York Football Giants. The Giants, obviously, they re-signed Tommy DeVito. They brought in Jameis Winston. They brought in Russell Wilson. I thought the Javon Holland signing was huge for them. I think that was really under the radar. I think he's a good safety. I know he was really frustrated in Miami, so I think he's going to be fine. Drafting Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, even Cam Scatteraboo, I think those are three big pieces for it. Well, I'm going to leave Scatteraboo out. Abdul Carter could be really huge with the pass rushers that they already have there, Brian Burns and what's the Kayvon Thibodeau. That's definitely, those are three pass rushers now that they're going to have. They're going to be able to wreak some havoc. So I think I'll give them an A-, just because I do like Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart is going to be a good addition for them. The only thing is, like I said, I'm wondering what this QB, who's going to be the starter come week 1, and who's going to be the starter week 4 when Dan's out there in New York watching his Chargers take on the New York Giants. So
I can't wait.
I'm definitely interested to see what
Wow.
you look like Danny Phantom. But I definitely what the hell is he doing?
He's feeding someone or
He's
doing
getting
something.
inside the couch.
Oh,
He's like feeding someone.
So,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna charge my laptop. I can't find the outlet.
Oh, for God's sake.
So I definitely think that the Giants have done a good work. And obviously, like we've said, the Giants, their coaching staff and their GM
Hot seat.
are on the hot seat. And oh, hey, guess what? They're back in Hard Knocks. They're the in-season Hard Knocks. So
That's
this
hilarious.
is going to be I can't wait to see the Hard Knocks when they play, when Saquon goes off for 200 on them and the John Mara comes into the office and gets mad at them. But by the way, fun fact, I'm sure Vic already knew this. Kate Mara, the actress,
Yes.
She's
is
fire.
one of the
She
one of the
is
Maras.
fire. What model?
yeah.
Model.
She has
No,
a
she's a
movie
Mara.
out with
They're related.
Kate
Who?
Mara
Yeah.
is one of the Maras.
Oh,
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
And
She did
Yeah.
she's done a schedule release video for them in the past.
My
Really?
God, no way.
Yeah.
She's fire. It's probably
Yeah,
stupid. Who cares
she's in
about
a
the
new
schedule?
movie with Paul Rudd and that guy Robinson, the comedian. It's called Friendship. It's out right now too. I've heard great things about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My God. You know what's crazy? She reminds me of what's the girl from shit? What's it called? The Boys. What was her? I can't believe I'm blanking on the name.
Oh,
Which
Starlight.
one?
The Boys. Starlight. Yeah, she
Starlight.
She looks
Starlight.
exactly like Starlight. Oh yeah, I remember this chick. Yeah, she's
All right,
fine.
let's go. Let's give you an easy one. Dan, why don't you go with the Eagles?
Eagles.
They
don't have-
re-signed Saquon Barkley, Lane Johnson.
Good. They didn't overpay for
Saquon.
people. Yeah, they know what
Yeah.
they're doing over there. You know, now they have the hardest job of defending the title. Man, too bad
They
they,
brought
don't
in
have someone
Jahad
like
Campbell.
an
That's the
explosive
team.
linebacker, from what I've heard. So
The only thing is, Dan, they did let go of Mekhi Becton to you.
Do you not catch
good.
that, Rambo?
yeah, no, he didn't. He ignored it. That's okay. You
That's
two
pretty
picked
good.
up the slack. I said an explosive linebacker. We were talking about
Oh,
Jahad Campbell.
okay, my bad. I didn't hear.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Angel. Smash like button. Anyway, long story short, Eagles are the reigning champs. They're building a good team. They've done it for years. You know, they're just ready to go. And I don't know what to tell you. I'm not worried about Gilberto's Cowboys or anybody else in there.
Did you like the extension? Extending
For
the
who?
coach?
For sake? Oh yeah, for Nick Sirianni. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think you have to. 2 Super Bowls in the past. The thing that would bother me, honestly, and again, he's gonna say hit the ding for a conspiracy. Dude should be a 2-time champ. Like, it's ridiculous. But I mean, whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I think the Eagles are probably gonna take it again. We'll see. They have some signings. Yeah. Interesting offseason stuff. I just want to get to football. I just want to get to
something to
football.
say about that, don't you think?
About what?
About him, them repeating.
What about? Yeah, we do. Yeah. The Chargers
well,
are gonna be ready to go. What are you talking about?
You said they're probably gonna repeat, so that's why.
Yeah, I
Oh.
wouldn't. I wouldn't doubt it. I think they're my early favorites because, like, the thing is,
Super Bowl.
no. I think the LA one is going to be the one. I think this year for the Chargers, you got to make the divisional. That to me is just you have to
We
do
did
it.
the AFC West last week. You were on vacation, so you missed your moment.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying like button is not accepting my like.
Oh,
Oh, stupid YouTube.
Dan, did you have another grade real quick before we go to the next?
Oh, I did. Honorable mention the Chiefs F, and I have a cause. It is because I hate them.
Oh, you're catching up.
I can't stand the Chiefs. I can't stand them. Although I've seen, some of their ownership in person, and let me say, I'd be a fan very quick. So
Hey, can I move to a dome, by the way, Dan? I don't know if you like that or not. but
who's
I
moving
hate
to
it.
a dome?
The Chiefs.
Maybe the Chiefs.
They're so lame.
Are they moving
I
to
hate.
state too?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are they going to be like the New Jersey Giants and Jets?
They're not going to
They're
be
in
Kansas
Kansas,
City.
mate.
They're going to be the Kansas Chiefs.
Oh,
Not
really? They're moving
Missouri.
up north or whatever. That's kind of crazy. I think it's so dumb that they're still the New York Giants and play in New Jersey. Like, that tells you that the people in New York must think the Jersey people are just scum. Like, they're like, we're not going to take your name at all. We don't care.
Can you take this off real quick?
Yes, of course.
Why?
It's like Anaheim
This
in
Stupid
LA.
YouTube.
this looks so weird. Puka Nacua is number 12.
Yeah.
He changed?
Yeah, because of Devontae Adams.
Dante.
Oh, yeah. That was weak, I thought, but okay.
Yeah, because that was his number
Am I in the
at
minority to think
Washington
that? Come on,
and at
Devontae.
BYU.
What music, Brett? She lost her music? Who cares? I don't know. Who cares?
No, she gained her music, Dan. Now it's her music. It's not anybody else's.
Well, that's how it works. The music industry, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't care.
she took it back, Dan.
Oh, I'm glad.
Take
Wow,
it
what a
back.
hero! What a hero!
She used her jet to fight pollution, Dan. Did you know that?
That's my favorite. See, the thing about me, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll tell you right now. If I had
Oh,
that,
that
I'd
is
be
so
private
good,
jetting everywhere. I wouldn't give a
She takes
shit.
5-minute flights, Dan, from one little airport to another.
No, my favorite is the people in LA who take choppers. Take choppers to
Yeah.
go
yeah,
across
to
the
avoid the
street to
traffic.
beat the traffic. Yeah.
All right.
RIP Kobe Bryant, okay?
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh wow. You try to turn that into a joke. We shouldn't let him. Kobe was actually a real one. There's a list
here
of
we
people I would have
Don't
preferred.
make fun of those people.
Dan, here you go. Gilberto, why don't you go ahead with your team?
Yeah.
Commanders, right? Yeah. I want to give them an
It's
A,
Commanders.
but I'll give them a B.
Apparently.
I don't know if they're my team this year. I don't like the Tunsil trade. I don't like the Debo trade. I wanted not Debo. I wanted Jaden Daniels to kind of be the leader there and kind of, I shouldn't say groom, develop players around
Oh,
him.
wow. Who's grooming?
Yeah. Jaden Daniels is very good at elevating his people's games.
You know what's
on
funny?
Sundays.
He said grooming, and Dan Snyder formerly owned the team.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy
Yeah.
the way that
But
works.
he's great at elevating people around him. There you go. Then you're gonna bring kind of these I shouldn't say cancer types, disruptors like Deebo Samuel and Lerman Tunsil. They're good players, but like they're getting traded for a reason. In the NFL, you're getting traded. You're supposed to be good. That's a red flag. Ignore my big change of move in the NFC East for the trade I want to bring up, anyways. But yes, but I like the draft class. They got 20 teams.
There you go, Tom.
Come on, fisherman.
Brett, to be fair, I did say I don't care.
But maybe I should be a Dolphins fan now because yeah. But anyways,
that's
what's
true.
my point? Anyways, their draft was pretty good. I like the cornerback that they got. I like the tackle that they got from Oregon. I forget. They're building in the right places. In secondary needs help. The O-line needed help. So I like those moves. But Tunsil, Debo, I don't really like them. Am I alone here? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like for this show at least.
They have Dan's former cornerback.
He sucks.
Mikey.
He's not good. I've seen it firsthand.
He's not.
We're talking about the Commanders. Let me flip my hat backwards.
Is weed legal on gas masks in Washington? Asking for Tunsil. Vic, why don't you?
Mine is. I'm gonna keep it simple here with the Dallas Cowboys. It's a C. I do like some of the upgrades they've had, but they're not major stuff. I do like that they prioritize, building around the trenches, which is what you want to do. I think one of the best moves that I thought that I like from them is drafting the corner Siobhan Rebel Jr. That'll be someone to kind of keep an eye on. Tyler Booker, I thought, I know a lot of people wasn't a sexy name, but you can move him around in the offensive line. You have the retirement there of their all pro. So I like, and then, Miles Sanders, you got a running back, and then they drafted a couple of running backs as well. So we'll see where they go from there. But Dante Fowler Jr., you have Javonte Williams. We'll see if he's cooked or not.
They got Kenneth Murray too.
And then Kenneth Murray.
Who, the Cowboys?
There's one of Dan's favorite linebackers.
I've seen that story before.
But I gave him a C. I didn't think they did enough, but I think the schedule is what's going to help them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't you know I'm taking a risk hiring this boy who's never had any experience?
Backwards hat with the headphones and the
for
sunglasses. You're a coordinator in the league
every
for
year.
Sure.
Who did they? Oh, people wanted the tight end. What's his name from Penn State?
Oh,
Tyler Warren.
Everybody wanted Ty Warren to go. Well, Cowboy fans wanted Ty Warren when he didn't go to the Bears.
Speaking
or
of
a
which,
running back.
I was laughing the other day in the car because Fernando had Rich Eisen on, and he was talking to one of his guys, I guess who's a Cowboy fan. He's like, right now, wholeheartedly, do you believe Dak Prescott has enough talent to win a Super Bowl? Of course, I immediately say no. And these guys go, yes, he does. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Quarterback, Dak Prescott, highest paid player in the league.
It's a joke. That tells you everything about the market, the position in the league. It's a joke.
I can't believe he said that. Schottenheimer.
A what?
Schottenheimer said he's still developing. I did not.
Oh, that was another thing.
That's what brought everything on.
Yeah.
Is that he was like they were like he was answering a question about a backup quarterback. And he decided. So the question was, how do you feel like Joe Milton has progressed, this and that and that? He's like, well, if everybody's developing still. Dak Prescott's still developing, and I'm like, oh wow, why would you?
Okay, at least with that context, it's not as dumb. Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Fernando. But I thought it was he just flat out said it. But
no,
choose your words.
I think either way, it's stupid. I mean,
yeah.
That's an obvious truth. Every year you get better, but I mean, you're not gonna say that to a second year, like comparing him to a second year player. Especially, I've seen Dak. Dak's been in the league, I want to say almost a decade, and I haven't seen much development. His best chance to win a Super Bowl, I think, was his rookie year. But they took the ball out of Zeke's hands and gave it to him, and you saw how that went against Green Bay. But I'm trying to remember, was that the year of it was a catch, or was that the year after?
No, that was
before. That was before.
no,
Dak.
that was when
that was before
Aaron
Dak?
Rodgers took him down the field late in the game.
Yeah,
No, I
Jared
remember
Cook.
that
They
one.
won that
Kicked
game.
the field goal. Yeah, they kicked the
Can
field
you
Yeah,
take
goal.
this
Jared Cook catch.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think this is the full clip.
Former
I think
Charger.
I have it.
Who?
Jared Cook.
Milton, is he more in the, because he just got in the league last year, he more in the developmental phase in terms of how you're trying to get him to grow?
I think they all are. I mean, I think Dak is in the developmental phase, and that sounds crazy for a guy who played that much, but like there's things that we're tweaking with Dak, so
Okay, all right.
just for Joe is a guy that we obviously know all about the
That-
talent,
I
but
was here
the
before.
the system that he came from in Tennessee, created some challenges in terms of just what he has to learn and things like that. But the minute these quarterbacks think that they figured it all out, that's when it's probably time for them to think about doing something different because
Wow, maybe
Yeah,
he's
like
talking
it's a
about
good
that. Maybe he's
look.
talking about
Not
Dak
an
there.
answer.
It's these animals who just take the first part to create headlines, but still, you're not gonna.
Well, I mean, but it's also on him. You should know.
Yeah, you should
yeah,
know better. Yeah, you
yeah,
should know better.
Weird,
You're
making 60 mil per season, but I
Yeah.
get the response.
Well, yeah. How are we gonna say you're developing when you're making that much money? It's a joke. That's why, no offense, when Fernando says Quentin's developing, I'm kind of like, but he's a first round pick. What are we doing?
Yeah, but he's
better every year.
into
Come on,
year
man.
3.
We'll see.
I'm telling you, mark it down. Number 1's gonna do some work this year.
What do you? Oh, we're gonna make a
Ooh,
bet.
I'll
Sounds
make
like a
you,
bet.
I'll make a bet.
All right, we'll
Less
save
than
that for
10
later.
drops. Is that the bet?
I don't think. Oh, you're an asshole.
over 1,000 yards.
I don't
we'll
think.
put
No. I don't think Quentin is gonna surpass. I think he'll have right around the same stats that he had last year because of the new weapons that were brought in. I think he'll be about 600 to 700 yards, and
All off of a slant, a drag, and a hook.
I have film that shows that he didn't just do that to catch those touchdowns.
If you're a first round pick, Fernando, you should be getting 1,000 yards at least.
No. Well, yeah, I agree with that. But I think that in the role that he's about to have, I think he could be a little bit more
More
he could be
consistent.
a little bit more of a playmaker.
Look, and he's a great guy and everything. I don't mean to slander. I slander in the
He
playoff.
waited for me at
show.
the Super Bowl. That's
He's
all
a
I
great
can say.
guy. He's a great guy.
Sorry,
He
great
waited for me
guy.
at the Super Bowl.
I heard a great bold prediction with the Chargers that I was like, I could see that happening. It was Lab McConkey leading the league in catches, and I kind of looked at it and I was like, you know what? That's not that far.
He's a
far
dangerous
off.
But it's
white.
hardball.
He'll-
It
he'll
might not
do well.
pass that much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you
They're-
kidding? Last year what was
Yeah. Well, he was the
And
only
he's gonna
target. That's
be their-
why.
he's gonna be
Yeah, well,
Herbert's
that's-
number 1 target.
He was
so-
their only
Yeah.
option. That's why.
he had
That's
82
true.
receptions.
That's pretty good. But you need like 120 to lead the league, though.
Yeah, but let me see how many times he was thrown to.
Well, we'll
he was
see.
thrown to 112 times. Oh, they could
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick it up to like
Dude,
150
I'm telling you, the
targets.
play action this year for them is going to be scary with Omari
Oh,
and
yeah.
Hampton and Najee. Like
And
last
JK,
year, like we
he's
said-
not going anywhere.
Okay. Well, last year we said they got popsicle sticks, glue, tape, and they did all this with that
Yeah.
roster and they put it all together.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more where play action is going to be a lot better, I think, with them. But
Also, I
could
noticed-
I could definitely see him leading the league.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I was going to say, I also noticed everyone wanted to be a Raider net last week with Eric. Loves himself some Pete Carroll. I was listening to that. And I was
you're
like,
just angry
okay.
watching the show from Montana, huh?
Nah. I'm not
June
angry.
June 11th should be interesting. Eric, Dan, and I jumping in the car and going up to Chargers. That'll be interesting because Eric and Dan have some good talk.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him about all his love for
we need to
Pete.
know if there's some bets that happen.
Oh,
during
we already
that.
have one. It's the Raiders making the playoffs or not. I said no. He said yes. And
Eric
so-
said, "Yeah, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
so he believes in Pete.
All right.
He believes
Gilbert.
in Pete.
Gilbert, you already got baited into it last
I'm
year.
not gonna follow.
Yeah.
I got
No,
baited last
I
year when the
told
second
you,
when
no.
Gardner Minshew started. I was like, all right, F it, I'm in.
Oh,
Not
I thought that
AOC.
was hilarious. We were
Not
talking about that in the
AOC.
car today.
I just wanted to. I just had a whole thing about AOC sucking, so I said, "F it." I'm jumping in with Minshew, and he sucked too.
That's all right.
It's
I
fun.
love when we play these games because then we have either Gilberto's bold. I need to get a whiteboard. I need to write all these down.
Yes.
That's at
Remember,
the carne asada, I think, when we do all that.
Yes.
But
yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say, and then I love the Gilberto's teams where it just goes bing, 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 just go all
and
over.
have
the
a good
field.
I
year.
have it
He
here.
comes
You
off-
want me to play it?
Oh, that's hilarious. That one always kills me. All of Gilberto's teams rewriting his Super Bowl picks 4 times within the same year. Like,
Hey, it's gold, man. You know, the Commanders really appreciate that because they never get any love like that.
I know
All
they got motivated.
See, because of me.
But and then they laughed at you, Fran, when you said they'd blow them out. They laughed
Okay.
at you.
Let's continue the show. Come on.
All right, best change, a division changing move in the NFC. I am gonna go first because I've been pounding the desk. Joe Milton to the Cowboys.
He's your guy.
Why? I'm telling you, like, if Dak gets hurt, they have another quarterback now that I think this kid. I'm not saying that this kid's gonna be the next Dak where he takes over for the broken down.
You'd hope he's
quarterback.
better. So,
But I think he's a baller. I think he'll be able. And hey, I talked to my boy Doug, and Doug says, yeah, this kid can play. So if developed, he should be able to play. So I think this kid is going to be. It'll be better than what they've had in the past. So I think Joe Milton to the Cowboys was a really good move. Dan, why don't you go?
all right, who did I put? Oh yeah, deep into the Commanders. More weapons for Jaden. Get the ball out quick, like Gilberto has been commenting. Who knows what kind of role he's going to have? But I mean, it's never bad to surround a young talent with a lot of weapons. Especially too, this could take the what's it called? Maybe in this type of role where it's kind of scary Terry as the number one. Maybe he can do more. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Catch the ball in clutch moments.
Exactly. No, stop tweeting. Stop tweeting about it.
Tweeting.
Stop tweeting about it. Exactly. Yeah.
Get me the ball, and then drops the ball.
It's crazy the way that happens, dude. Just like was it George Pickens who did that? Was it George? I think it might have been him who said something like that, and then he dropped like a few passes in that winning you're in for the Bengals.
Hey, take it easy. That's my pick coming up. So
Go ahead,
Bengals or the Steelers?
Okay. My move. Ignore the red flags.
God.
Ignore all the Steelers hate coming out of Pittsburgh. George Pickens to the Cowboys. That is my impactful move for the NFC East. Just because he's number 2, he's not number 1 in Dallas. It's gonna be CeeDee Lamb. Come on, people were saying, but CeeDee Lamb said this, so I'm gonna crush CeeDee Lamb. Oh, we got 2 A1s here or 2 number 1 receivers. No, CD, you're number 1. He's number 2. You're being kind here. But Pickens is a good number 2, a high end number 2. If he's able to kind of keep his head on straight. Mike Tomlin did not think so. That's kind of a red flag. But again, we ignore the red flag. Schottenheimer, who thinks everybody's developing, it's gonna work out. Okay, believe me. George Pickens to the Cowboys. Book it to the playoffs.
Who do you think he fights first?
George Pickens.
Dak
I don't know.
or
He's kind of a
Schottenheimer?
weird dude.
Dak.
He just might just stare at somebody and not fight. Like
Dak. I'm a dive.
But yeah, maybe
I'm a
Dak.
dive. He fights
Kenneth
Dak.
Murray.
Maybe he's the one who injures Dak, and then Joe Milton comes in. We haven't thought about that
yeah,
yet.
Oh my God. Well, remember when Cam Newton got into a fight with what's his name? He was that corner, Josh Norman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When they got into a fight when he
Dude,
was
you want to talk about a guy who
got
just
punched and broke his jaw, or somebody.
you want to talk about a guy who just fell out of nowhere?
Peanut.
Was that Josh Norman? He got paid, and then we never heard from him again.
he was on the
Went to
Bills,
the
I think,
Bills.
2 years
Bills,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he got
down,
smoked against these morons. Probably,
Yeah.
I think it
The
was
Derrick
him.
Henry when he just shoved him.
Yeah,
Oh,
went
my
Derrick
viral.
God.
Vic.
Mine is I went with the Eagles re-signing Barkley, Vaughn, and Johnson. But honestly, like I thought, and going back to quarterback friendly deals, kind of like what the quarterback did there. Why am I blanking on his name too? What's the quarterback for
Jalen?
the Eagles?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts taking a team friendly deal, like kind of having a backload. They're able to sign a lot of these guys. I thought Saquon was going to be gone. He's able to come back and sign a team friendly deal too. So, and then Barkley kind of adding more money to his contract as well. And then Lane Johnson, man, he's been like
Dog.
a dog since right tackle for almost a decade there. So I mean, they just continue to. They kept their core guys. They let the guys, either they traded away guys that they, and they have guys that are going to come right behind them again. So good job by Howie Roseman. I know I've been kind of harsh on him, but he's done a good job, especially that Jalen Hurts being able to push that contract a little bit. Now, the next year is when that contract is going to look bad, but at least they got a Super Bowl out of it, and they can try to go and win another one because of it.
It's crazy. They had never won one, and now they've won 2 in the last 6 years.
It kind of reminds me of the Red Sox. Kind of remember they had that curse,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they just won a bunch of them in the decade.
Yeah. What are they at? 3 or 4 in the They got 3 or 4, right?
Right.
Who cares? It's baseball. We're
Come
almost
on.
to football.
There's that. He's back.
Uber
Who
Goober
cares?
Jock. Cam did not fight kids. It was
They trying to
coaches
fight him.
from
Oh
the
yeah.
7-on-7.
Good point. Yeah.
All right. Let us go now to something we haven't done in a while.
You don't want to do Money in the Bank?
Oh, I guess we can do it quickly. Yeah, let's do.
You got 9. I gotta get out of here at 6, guys. So
Yeah, we got time.
Oh, no worries.
okay.
No
9
worries.
minutes.
Dude. We don't need to push.
Damn
past
it! I got something spoiled. Shit. All right. Well, I knew
Oh,
that.
no.
What's
I knew that was
today's
gonna happen.
Raw? Yeah, that's
Raw,
right.
that's
Today's
right.
Raw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, have you seen all this meltdown over everybody getting cut? Then the John Cena stuff. We don't need predictions. We know. Come on, this is not really This is like you're flipping a coin. You just got to know if you're in the writer's room or not.
Well, no, I was gonna say that on the women's side, I think it's gonna be either Roxanne Perez or
I feel
Stephanie
like
Bakar.
since
Bakar, who's gonna
WrestleMania,
win,
this has
the
been
Money in
a
the Bank
massive cluster fuck since WrestleMania. What are we
All
doing
right,
here with these people?
I think we can move on there. It looks like that's not in the mood.
No,
All right.
I don't care. I like talking wrestling. I love wrestling.
Let's
That's why I get
go,
pissed when they butcher it. Then maybe I'll bury WWE. Maybe I'll bury John Cena.
All right, Gilbert, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be quick. And Fernando, you want to make your pick for the 2 matches for the? Go ahead. I feel bad now. It's your moment here, and Dan just crapped on it, and then I'm trying to leave.
Well, what's in Money in the Bank? It's just the 2 Money in the Banks, and then who? A tag team?
John
give us
Cena and
give us
Logan Paul
give us the
versus,
wrestlers.
There's 2 different tag teams, isn't there? What is Seth Rollins doing, or is he in Money in the Bank?
He's in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, whatever happened to that faction too? Anyway, it's a mess.
Exactly.
No, I'll be quick here. I'm annoyed with the iPhone update. I wasn't updating for a reason. I was okay when people reacted and it says Dan reacted to this and Fernando reacted. I don't give a shit what emoji I'm missing. I don't give a crap about what color the exclamation point is. I don't give a shit. But then out of nowhere, overnight, my phone updates and there's 80,000 emojis, and I can't even find the 4 that I use. The laughing emoji. I use 3. That's and a thumbs up. I can't find the thumbs up. But I'm having a rant here where Fernando's trying to get his WWE in. But yeah, stop forcing me. That sounds weird. iPhone to update, and I don't give a crap about your emojis. Fernando, give me your damn pick for the ladder matches. What are they called? Briefcase matches.
The Money in the Bank.
Where are you? Are you high? Are you drunk? You know what this is? Money in the Bank winners.
I forget.
Look at that. You want to talk about a
But
company?
he's a champion. He's not in the match.
It's actually kind of ironic that he brings up Apple, thing made in China, and then you pull up a shirt.
No,
a China apologist.
No, that's not true.
You're lucky I don't know how to do this doodad crap. I'd bring up him saying sorry in Mandarin. We love that.
All right, Vic, go ahead.
Can you imagine that's on your record? 17-time champ, #1 apologist to the Chinese. That's hilarious to me.
Wuxia Wangzhou Bing Qiling.
Mine is Netflix.
You're trying to memorize that because you're idiot godson. My God.
I can bring him on to speak Chinese Mandarin.
That guy's an idiot. He doesn't know anything.
Little Daniel's learning Mandarin.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, it might be the #1 language in a few years. Man.
That's bullshit. It'll never be the #1 language. They have other problems going on. I'm not going to get it. This isn't geopolitics time.
I remember they brought that up in the office and everybody went crazy.
Yeah. Of course.
Don't you remember? He's like, what's his name? He was like, no, I think we'll be speaking a German Mandarin hybrid. Dwight said that. So, my bad. Go ahead, Vic.
No, I was just gonna say mine is Netflix and Stranger Things 5. Yes, I think it was yesterday or Saturday. They had their big thing where they talk about what their future projects are that are going to be coming out, and it was there's 2. The reason it's Netflix here is and not more of Stranger Things is that there's a great movie coming out, The Frankenstein, and they're gonna put it on Netflix instead of putting it in a theater. And I'm like, bro, like this is so really Oscar Isaac. You have a Mexican director, Oscar
Racist.
award-winning director.
Ooh.
The Netflix.
Oh, what? I was about to say I didn't even
Can't
say
put the
anything.
Mexican director in the big
Movie
screen.
in
Come
the
on.
theater. Why are you wasting it
Oh,
on
Del
Netflix?
Toro.
And then the other thing is Stranger Things 5. Like those, they put in a teaser or a trailer, and at the beginning you just see a little snippet of what's coming, and then the rest of it is just flashbacks. And I'm like, you have people who have been waiting for Stranger Things 5 for 3 years, and you just give them a stupid snippet. Like
I prefer it. I
3
prefer
years.
it.
Aren't these kids like
Too
30
many of
now?
these-
yeah,
It
and that's
doesn't
the other
matter.
thing
It
too,
doesn't
Gilbert.
matter.
Like these kids are like 25 and in college.
That's
They
all right.
were supposed to be
Senior
12.
year. It's a
Now
senior
they're like-
year, probably.
Isn't 11 married with kids now? Like, what
No,
the
no,
hell are we
she's
doing
married.
here?
You know who she's married to? Bon Jovi's kid, which is like, I
Wow.
guess there's a Tinder for the 1% of
For the
1%,
elites?
apparently. Yeah, who
It's called the
knows?
league. It's very
But anyway, I was gonna say I can't wait. I think trailers they give away too much of the
Yes,
movie.
you're right.
I don't mind a teaser. That's fine.
Right.
Whatever. All right.
Tease
But,
me,
That
baby.
was tease.
oh, son of a bitch! Here he is. This
Goes to the movies.
Okay, I'm
There
not
he
even gonna
is,
respond
man.
to that. I'm not even gonna respond to that. I'm not responding to that.
Hey, you're paying
Yeah.
$15 a month. Hell yeah, put everything on Netflix.
I was about to say no. Well, I still like going to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Dude,
everything's
like,
expensive
you know
with
what's funny?
streaming.
I was watching Insidious 2 and The Conjuring 2, and I'm like, could you imagine if this would have gone straight to streaming? Like, it
Screaming.
wouldn't have been the same effect. Like in the theater, it's pitch black, the noises are louder and everything else. It's a whole experience.
We should, Vic, can you take this off real quick? We should
Yes,
have Adam
I got
on. Does he want Dan to go to a Texas Roadhouse now too?
No,
I
I saw
heard-
the
I
video.
heard this.
No, I won't.
Wait,
No, I
really?
won't.
I like that place.
No, I don't like Texas Roadhouse. I didn't like it as much. Oh, I saw a different video.
Oh,
Look at
I
this guy just
don't-
eating his.
How does this happen? Like,
Why does it say 200?
oh, if I was an employee, I'm not breaking that shit up.
I
Yeah,
think
right.
that-
I'm gonna get clobbered.
I don't
Didn't
even know
we go in
where.
Arizona? I actually like that place. That was the one time I've been.
Yeah, we no, we never have gone together. I went to
We did in
Waffle House.
Arizona, I think. And
I
I,
thought
think Adam got mad that we didn't
Fernando was
invite him.
gonna put that. We're getting a Roadhouse sequel.
Oh
Bro.
no!
Oh,
We're
are we
getting
really?
a Roadhouse
What a
2.
joke.
Yeah.
Jake
Is this-
Gyllenhaal
No,
and
I was
Conor
gonna
McGregor.
put. I really wanted to put what Nate Diaz said, but then I was like, no, that's a little aggressive.
I love what Tom said. Do they charge for that type of entertainment?
I don't know if you guys saw this.
Oh,
Win
yeah.
since May 2nd, the Colorado Rockies.
Wow.
I don't
3
even
in
know who that guy
28 games
is.
played. Scotty Scheffler,
Scheffler.
3 wins in 4
He was
tournaments.
arrested last year.
Who? Oh, is that the guy who got arrested on the way to the tournament? 'Cause he
Yeah,
was
on the
Yeah.
road with
Yeah.
Chris.
'cause he was. Oh, there, mind. He's my hero. There you go. Keep winning. There you
Yeah,
go.
and the Rockies have only won 9 games this year.
Keep boozing. Who
Shout out.
cares? I
So
mean,
when the Dodgers play the Rockies, I could go see them and get an affordable ticket finally.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
oh, have
Yeah.
have they been that expensive? Really?
Oh yeah, I haven't
Hey,
gone
low-key,
in 2
Dan, your
years,
shirt
but
looks
I'm
like a Rocky
happy.
shirt. Now I think
They
about
got a
it.
World
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
You look a Rocky shirt with the color you have.
Who cares?
Right.
I'm not a baseball guy.
2 last
Oh.
things.
Right.
I don't know if you guys know.
Gilbert was worried.
There's a new wrestler in WWE. His name is Juan.
Juan.
Juan Camané. How many masked people are they bringing out from Mexico?
Dude, this is
That's
this
John
isn't-
Cena.
What an idiot! You are literally so dumb.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You are
It's-
so
well,
dumb. I
TKO
can't even.
TKO wouldn't
insult
allow it.
you.
Now I think about it. And
Dude,
just one guy.
The TKO stuff has been so bad. Like, have you seen?
That's the other one too. Like it's been like 3 years since Peacemaker. I totally forgot what the hell happened in the first season.
Oh, who
50 now.
cares? This guy needs to leave me alone. He's obsessed with me, fucking cheese eating bastard. I had some cheese curds in Montana that were pretty good, probably better than Wisconsin.
And then this was Captain America back in 1929.
Is that a Mexican villain?
This
Was
must
that
be a
Dwayne Johnson's
spoof.
dad? What is this?
Is that Gary Busey?
Oh
like a-
my god, is this not a spoof? Oh my
Is
god,
that legit? He's like,
That
oh
is
crap, it worked.
hilarious.
The Captain America TV show.
that is
Rockies pay you
hilarious.
to go to their game.
Hey, I'll go. What? How much are they paying? I'll go. I'll be a seat filler.
Dan,
All right, let's get out
Rod,
of here.
All right, cool. Last one, Dan. Which of these teams misses the playoffs next year?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Please God, let the Chiefs.
What about the
That's
team?
an easy one for
The
him.
team in green.
The Green Bay Packers for sure, since that little loser's in here. Yeah, 100%. The Green Bay Packers. That's going to be LaFleur's last year. He's going to get fired after this year. Watch.
Last question,
All
Dan. You had the choice: Chiefs or Packers to miss the playoffs team. You get to pick one.
Oh,
Which one is it?
yeah.
No, get the Chiefs out of there. Get the Chiefs out of there, dude. I can't
Wow, but
stand
your
it.
brother. Don't forget about what happened.
I would. What? What did he say?
LaFleur. He's trying to tell you about
why you hate
LaFleur.
LaFleur.
No, I do, but I mean, he's not. Even if he gets in the playoffs, LaFleur's not going to do shit. So I'm not worried about it.
Good point. You're smart. Yeah.
He's too busy like Sean McVay getting the lineup and the eyebrows threaded and all this
Some
other
TikTok
crap.
people didn't like that Dan said that.
I know.
They can kiss my ass. I don't care. People call me fat. Yeah, so what? I like to eat. I don't care.
Set that up,
I'm a
too.
booze hound. What else do you want to know? I don't
You
care.
like Coke Zero, Dan?
Got it right here. Wait till they sponsor me. They should sponsor me.
We need to get Modelo and Coke Zero to sponsor us.
No one cares. No one cares. Green Bay. will
Yeah,
make the
talking
run.
about Green Bay, like it
They're
was
gonna
weird seeing LaFleur talk about Jordan Love and how he regressed. I thought,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You did.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make the run to Cabo. They're real excited about that. They can't.
All
wait.
right.
Cabo
Thank
on
you guys.
3.
Thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of the Four Compas. Next week, we will be back on Monday because Gilbert and I, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, will be at different mini camps, checking out some of the.
Make sure you wear the Kraken hat. That'll be a big hit at some of those places.
Some of the mini camps that we're going to be going to. So we will not be able to shoot Tuesday. So we'll be shooting on, what did I say? On Monday. So Monday, same time, pretty much. So again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check out everything else on
Angel, I ask myself this often.
Compas on the network. We'll be dropping the interview with Derwin James that I did yesterday, probably tomorrow. Again, I apologize for the audio. I did not think the music was going to be that loud in it, so hopefully you guys could hear it. I'm going to try and put subtitles.
I just hope
on
it doesn't get hit with copyright. I don't know.
No, it didn't actually.
Okay.
It didn't. I was surprised. Yeah.
So watch and like and comment and get that ad money coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout
So again, appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. But for the time being, we're gonna get out of here. Gilbert, sabes que vámonos.
Yeah, gotta keep unloading boxes at this nice piano house that I have here. But it's time to get going. Shout out to everybody in the comments. It actually was a very fun show. Good job by you, Vic, Fernando, and Dan. Dan, welcome back. I did miss you a little bit. So
I know. I miss you too. We always
I like
miss each other.
that purple shirt there, ball buster. It's time to get going. Ya nos vamos. Pues vámonos.